bro. And like the first round was so crazy because like I was pretty conditioned. What I didn't anticipate was that adrenaline though. Bro, because like that first round, I'm just trying to like manhandle him, right? But he's so good. Like, hey, props to that dude. Like he was so good at keeping me down, bro. Like I exerted like a lot of energy, just trying to get up. And by the time I flipped them, and I'm like, all right, it's my turn. And it's like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, oh, fuck. We were working 8 days on, 1 day off.
Oh shit!
Bro, like who even does that? There's only 7 days in a week, right? Yeah, it's like, hey, you know, I'm commander.
Warriors, it's time we unite, yes. Put our differences aside, yes, and fight for our lives, yeah. We send no warriors.
Cash money.
Money time. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Come on.
Damn, you guys are for real.
Come on. I'm gonna shut up, bro. That's it.
It's episode number 4, but
Damn, you guys are for real.
Come on.
listen, we're all about adversity and reaching new heights.
Adversity and diversity.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Attaboy.
Come on. There you go.
Welcome back to the BBC podcast, number 4.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right.
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Yes, episode 4
Got a BBC.
of the BBC. And today we have our brother here,
Hey, yes, sir.
Warren.
Yep. Yeah, man. I'm kind of nervous. I've never been in front of the camera since like 2020, man. When COVID hit, we had to find some outlets, right? And I did a little YouTube. I was cooking, you know, but I was so nervous,
like
right?
Cooking or like slaying.
Oh, bro, cooking, like throwing down stuff. Yeah.
So you have a cooking channel.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We're gonna have to share that. Is it still out there?
Bro, I kind of took it down, but it's still out there. Yeah. It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. Just island food, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's just interesting because some of the videos I've seen you do are in the kitchen, your Facebook stuff. So it was just more of that.
Yeah, just more of that.
Okay.
Yeah, the very first videos that went after you hit us up, I went to his page. I see him cooking fucking fish and I think it was steaks or something like that too. And shit, I'm like, look at this guy, bro. It's not even like the MMA videos. It's him fucking cooking. All right, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's wild, man. And also too, like you bring up another point. You know, you said the pandemic, 2020. You know, that was a good turning point because I think everybody like fucking reevaluated who they were, and a lot of things changed. A lot of people learned new things. A lot of people changed careers. A lot of people lost. You know,
Most
so
definitely.
it's kind of interesting that you brought up that point.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah. Another point is, I used to get very fucking nervous every time we get on these mics, bro. To get my heart would start pounding, fucking hands are shaking, especially because I always had an intro that I always do the same way, and I always told whoever was in front of us, if I fuck this up, just please don't say anything. I'm gonna redo it again. I'm pretty sure I told Will that too when we did our first pod. I said, bro, I might fuck it up, but I'm just gonna redo it.
Yeah, but for the most part, like it's good. Like you see what it is now, right?
Yeah.
Like never in our lives before the pandemic, you know, or even before today, are we vulnerable enough to like fuck up in front of our friends?
Yeah.
Right? We always want to have the best story or have the you know, we don't want to look the saddest one out of all the friends. And sometimes we make shit up just to make ourselves like fit in, you know. But now when you're actually like in front of the boys, in front of the camera, like nobody's listening, like you're like, oh fuck, dude. The first time I did with him, ask him, bro, I fucking slapped the mic. I said, bro, I don't think I can do this, bro. You know. But after that, it just flew. Like just if it's really important to you to get what you're getting out and what your mission is, bro, it's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to rock the shades, bro.
Yeah.
Like easy, bro. Like, and it was crazy, bro. Like my boy was so down with it, right? We'd sit down before we do like the cooking video. We'll write a script, right? And then we'll all like it was him, his wife, and my ex-wife at the time, right? We'll write a script, and then he'll film, and then there's somebody like the movie's name, like holding the lines, you know. Now I'm talking to it. It was a good time, man.
Yeah.
No, that's badass, bro. Because
Yeah.
like not a lot of people would even think that far.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of us like try to freestyle stuff, and then when we try to read, it's like, oh no, I need a teleprompter. You look on the teleprompter, like how much? You're like, yeah, no, we gotta fucking figure it out. Yeah, don't use big words. Just stick to the basics.
Yeah.
No, but it's good, man. 4th episode. I mean, excited to have our guest. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
Warren Collado. Did I pronounce that right?
Collado.
Collado.
Yeah.
Collado.
Collado. What's the last name? Where's that last name from?
Oh, that Philippines. So my dad is Filipino, and my mom's Palau.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, I would never thought
Straight
that.
up Palau and from Palau.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born and raised. I was there till 2009. I moved to Guam. Did high school over there. Did a little bit of college. Just did the work for a little bit. Enlisted in the army in 2017. Did the whole the contract. Got stationed here. Liked it here. Got out here.
No, that's awesome, man. Straight out of Palau. So born and raised until 2009.
2009.
Good. How was young life in Palau?
Oh man, I think I never wore underwear till I was like 6, bro.
That's good.
Yeah, like-
you gotta. I only ask because a lot of the boys, you know, we grew up in Saipan. Like
Yeah.
I'm from Palau, but I grew up predominantly in Saipan.
Yeah.
So it's good to get a different perspective. You
Yeah.
know, like when people think they have, you know, I'm poor. Like, you know, in other places too, there's people that are just not even worried about basic stuff like that.
nothing, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
So back
I
to no
used
underwear.
Yeah,
You still no wear underwear? You're wearing underwear
I'm not wearing
He said, I'm so used to it, I stopped.
But yeah, dude, just shorts, bro, no shirt. I hate wearing shoes too, like even slippers. Always barefoot, dude.
Alasi.
Just sweaty, dude. Alasi, hey, let's go. And it's
Wait, what the hell does that mean?
Barefoot.
Oh,
Barefoot,
okay.
yeah.
You can't just say stuff and me and
Yeah.
Power wondering.
No, right.
Power knows already. I'm just joking. I'm the only one that doesn't.
Yeah, dude. No phones, no internet. It was just growing up like I remember, man, we would just go out to the jungle, dude. Wake up in the morning, link up with the friends, and we go out to the jungle. Maybe we shrimp, right? We get the plantalos, the coconut. And we go in the river, the small streams, eat that, or
I
the
remember
coconut.
doing that.
Yeah,
Bro, just living off the land,
Mountain apples.
Yeah, mountain apple, everything,
Star
man.
apples.
Yeah, everything, man.
Yeah.
Then come back at night and chill at the house. The street light,
Yeah.
kind of like yeah.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different, bro. Like perspective from like back home because I had a chance to go back and forth, to Palau and Saipan. And yeah, but still today, like all the boys are always gonna talk shit. Fuck you, this guy's from Saipan.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so you gotta like fucking, posture up.
Yeah.
I think that's how we all get into fighting because you always get people always tell you shit that touch your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just makes you more defensive.
Yeah.
But some of the things that I learned, or I did in Palau was like just the shit that he's talking about. Fucking go in the jungle. Like predominantly the whole day is in the jungle.
Yeah.
And if it's raining, it's like the best day because we find the hillside and we just start sliding in
Sliding
the mud.
out, yeah.
We're cutting papaya stems, making fucking
Baloput. Yeah, yeah,
fucking
man.
shooting
Like
berries
blow
at each
darts?
other, like playing war,
Yeah.
Yeah. And other curricular activities like stealing people's fucking, the slingshots, the Hawaiian sling, like cutting the rubbers, taking boots,
Oh, yeah.
cutting gloves, making, pachinko.
Going back and forth there.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, man. It brings back a lot of memories, man. Like I remember, and then we even did the darts, right? So, man, bro, I think we're like five or six, right? And we would see like how far we can like blow the dart, right? But like one of my homeboys went to grab his dart, and then the other kid just sent it, right? Bro, and it was like there's like regular darts that you used to hunt like the birds, right? It's just like it was like those those fan guards, right? It's kind of like a skinny
yeah.
we just cut that and then tie the cigarette butt on the end and then open it up so it's like a dart, right?
Yeah.
But my other homeboy Freddie, bro, he would put a dowel right? So it was heavy, like real good, bro. And he went, and then I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, hey, and this guy's, you know, he's pulling his dart, bro. It lands, right? It lands, and he's like. And then like looks at us and he's trying to like process it, and then he just starts yelling. "Ah!" I'm like, hey, relax, man.
When you pulled it out?
Yeah, I just pulled it out. I'm like, you good, bro? It's not even bleeding that crazy. It's like, I'm like, hey, okay, come, cause like, you know, like I'm like not mastermind, but like they're chilling at my house, right? So I'm gonna get in trouble, you know. Like, bro, I'm gonna get you some ice cream, dude. So I bring him ice cream, right? And then I just like put some tissue paper on top of it, dude. And we called it good, bro.
That's how you become a leader right there, bro.
Yeah.
Shit like that. It's like you gotta protect the boys from your ass getting moved. Like, make sure nobody get in trouble.
No one's gonna come to your house again.
They trust you.
Yeah, bro.
That's dope.
That's fucking funny, man.
Yeah, man.
It brings back the memories for sure. Yeah, like all the shit we used to do back home with kids. When you said shrimping, I remember me and Pao used to do that too. Talafofo. Yeah, that shit was dope, bro.
Bro, so I got hella stories, dude. Right? So there's one time, like, so we would have like shrimp fishing derby, right? Like after school, you know, the kids like they cut the 1 gallon milk jugs, right? Mm-hmm. So you have like live well. So you put that and you catch it, and then at the end of the day, we see who has the most shrimp, right? Dude, so I was running late because I had to do chores, man. So I'm like, oh man, they already got head start, maybe like an hour and a half, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna bring this bleach, bro, and I'm just gonna. So I go to the end of the stream, right, and I put like a screen. And then I go to the mouth of the stream, bro, and I dump like a gallon of bleach, bro. Bro, like, you know, I got all the catch, right?
Yeah.
But, bro, we never had shrimp in that stream for like a year or two, bro. Everything died, bro. Everything. I'm like, man.
There's no fish and wildlife over there or something?
No,
or what?
nothing. Just
Do your thing?
yeah, do your thing, bro.
That's wild.
Yeah.
God damn.
Because there's multiple streams, right? And like, it's like, everyone has their own secret spot. Yeah, I didn't fish my stream for like a year, man. Everything died, but eventually came back, you know.
Fucked up your honey hole.
Honey, yeah, bro. All the way up, bro. All the way up.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your MOS in the Army?
12 November. So I basically just moved dirt.
Move dirt?
Yeah, moved dirt.
Was it like transportation?
No, horizontal construction.
Oh, shit.
So like heavy equipment.
Okay.
So like during peacetime, we'll build like roads and airstrips. We built one of the biggest trench systems in the Army on JBLM as a training area, and that was one of like it was I think like 10-month project, man, and it was like I think it was over. Don't quote me on like 6 miles of trench system,
No shit.
like training system, and then it would come up, and then we would just have these. Railroad ties, right? And it would be like where they would come in and just shoot it. Like it looks like a trench system from the above, then they can shoot it, and then we actually dig like a trench system where it's like every 8 feet it would break, so you know, like nobody can just get in there and just shoot straight through.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Corps of Engineers designed it. They gave it to our battalion. It was hard work, man. Like, bro, we were working. Because of the rainy season, right? We were working 8 days on, 1 day off.
Oh, shit. That's
But like, who even does that? There's only 7 days in a week, right? Yeah, it's like, hey, you know, commander, okay, I know you're tired, man, but we just got to push on through. You know, First Corps commander expect us to be at this far, by this far. Bro, we're just burnt out, bro. Like, burnt
for 10
out.
months?
Bro, 10 months. And then this is like, we'll do like a field training. Well, we would go out for like a month or two, and we're just living out there in like the backwoods of JBLM, building this thing. And then sometimes we'll come back, and then we'll do shifts, right? So it was from 5 a.m. to 14:30. That was the first shift. And then 14:30, you would swap out, and then they would work till 22:30 or something like that. And then there's always 2 guys that stay behind and watch the equipment, and then that'll be like the rest period, and then we would swap out. It was it was nuts, man.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, just overworked, man, underpaid. But we our operators were they became the best at the end
Yeah.
10 months, you know, like because you're just there, bro. Like no matter what, you just grinding, and it was a fun experience. Yeah.
You look back, it's the hardest shit. That's the funnest shit.
Yeah. Well, we built the airstrip in Yakima. That was pretty cool too. Yeah. Pretty cool
You
stuff.
spent a lot of time in Yakima?
Yeah, bro, that's like, yeah. I did a couple of Yakima rotations, just improving like training areas and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we would, get ready for like, we'll train for like deployment, right? If we did deploy, and basically like in a wartime scenario, we'll like dig in the tanks and the strikers, right? So like they're like multiple tiers. So you dig where the tank can like actually hide, where you can't see it from above. Then it'll be the next level up where it comes up, and only the turret can turn, and so it can shoot and come back in. You know, yeah, it's cool
That's
stuff.
pretty complex.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. We did a lot of good
like,
trainings.
We got like battle positions and shit.
Battle
like that.
positions, yeah. And then breaching, breaching was pretty cool too.
That's dope. I spent a lot of time in fucking Yakima, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of time. I'm surprised we didn't go. Well, you already didn't after I got out, but
I
Yakima's I spent way too much time out there. That's why I got out.
Bro, it's a whole different state over there, bro. Honest to God, dude. Like the weather, the everything, man.
Yeah.
That should be like Western Idaho.
Yeah, bro. But I love that place also because, bro, the best sunrises, wake up in the morning, it's fucking cool, but the sunrise is so nice, the mountains and everything. But then you also have those fucking shitty mornings where it's raining and it's just dark, and then you fucking come up and it's like, oh, dude, we gotta go drive up there. Driving mountains over there in a striker, bro, fucking scary as hell. Like,
Winds blowing.
Dude.
You're up in the turret, like, shit's fucking scary, bro, but
That is wild.
Bro,
good times to look back on.
yeah, bro. Because I used to, I had a truck and trailer with my dozer, like my hydraulic excavator back there, man. And there was some times where it was like sketchy, bro. Where like you're on top of like the mountains, like they're steep, cliff, bro. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna go lights out, like NVG, like, hey, bro, somebody's gonna die. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like it was crazy too, bro. Like I remember we did NTC, we did NTC rotation. So NTC is in California, Death Valley, California, right? And it's pretty much the kind of like the same terrain, right? Bro, we're like, all right, when we get in the box, it's blackout lights. You use your NVGs, and like even the lights are so like you can't see nothing. Bro, like 5 minutes in, bro, they already rolled one of the big trucks. Bro, they went off the cliff, dude. I'm like, man. Yeah. But
that shit happens way more often than they talk about, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Because it's so easy it's so easy. If you're fucking neglecting like your attention and you're not paying attention, like for real, it's so easy. Like there's fucking bodies everywhere, like fucking draws and shit just that come out of nowhere. So like it's like so easy to like roll a truck or anything like that. And we had a truck too. We had a striker roll over, and it was just, bro, it was a simple ass they were on a cliff, like on the side of a little hill, and they just went a little too far up, and the fucking thing rolled over. Guy like busted his foot. He wasn't wearing boots. He was a sergeant too, bro. He wasn't wearing his boots. Luckily, he got down in time when the truck rolled. He was a gunner. He dropped down in time, got in the truck. The truck only rolled like once. It just rolled to the top, and I think when he went back into the truck, he stepped into the glass of like one of the pieces of equipment, cut his foot up and everything. And usually whoever's in charge of the truck, they're the one that get really fucked for that. Especially like somebody's not wearing boots. Why the fuck isn't your guy wearing boots? Like shit like that. So yeah, it's fucking
yeah.
It's fun. It's fun, and it's just so shitty that that's the shit that you remember. Like,
yeah.
You just fucking remember those tough times when you're not sleeping.
Yeah.
Eating only MREs, like.
And it's crazy, bro. Like looking back at it now, I think it was pretty. There were some bad times, but like you get so used to it that when it's gone, bro, you're like, bro, I was depressed. I swear to God, bro. Like, when I got out, cause I was so used to like an up tempo, gotta do A, B, C before the day ends. Start prepping for the next week. What training do you have for your soldiers? when I got out, I just didn't have that no more. Like, I wasn't accountable, and I just spiraled, man.
Just looking for that structure, you lost that
Yeah,
structure.
I lost it, man. Like I was down bad, bro. Like I didn't have nothing to do. Right at first, I'm like, man, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna go to school, right? You know, just relax. But like after like a month, bro, I was just like, what am I doing with my life, man? Like it was crazy.
It's cool though that you like picked up on that. Like
Yeah.
it's awesome that you picked up on it real quick.
Yeah.
Some people actually get in that and they kind of just coast for a long time, and they forget to jump off. They just like coasting. Next thing you know, it's like 20 years later, and it's like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, a lot of people, they'll use that as like the army or their time in the military was their glory days. Even if it was a 4-year like thing, really. The army was their glory days, and now it's just sit back and chill and do nothing, really. And then you get in that depressed mode or whatever. Like you said, just kind of stay in it, and you just kind of drown in it for a long time, and it's hard to get out. But like, can you talk a little bit more about that? Cause I want to know your experience. Cause I had a really rough time too when I got out. But like a little bit more about like how like what was it that got you out of it, and then like when did you like notice it, like when you
Bro,
got out?
so I like so the drinking culture in the army, even as islanders, right? We like that's always been the thing, right? And when I was in the army, it was always, you know, drinking on the weekends, you know, get ready. But when I got out, man, like I just started drinking a lot more, and it was to the point where like it's kind of fucking sad, right? Like before I even hit the school, bro, like I'll stop by the gas station and I'll buy those 6-pack of Fireball, the small ones, and I'll hit that throughout, and then I'll go to school. I was in Barber College or whatever you call it, and it was like it was bad, man. Like that's my route. Like I had to hit that every morning, just to like take the edge off or whatever. I don't know, man. And then like I started drinking. After I got off school, then I just started staying at the bars because I'm looking for that like chaos. I don't know if this makes sense, but kind of like the chaos of like kicking back at a bar and everyone's kind of rowdy and you don't know what's gonna happen, and that's what.
It's like you're seeking excitement.
Like
Just
seeking,
waiting for something to pop off.
pop off, or you know, like I want to, like, yeah.
And that was here.
That was here, bro. Like
You didn't have any like family, like
not really, bro. Cause like, so this was the thing, right? So my girl's active duty, right? And I got in trouble. With the state, and I couldn't leave the state, right? So this is like I got out in 2022, right? She got we're supposed to go to Hawaii, right? So Home Goods came. They already grabbed our stuff, right? And so we're ready to leave to Hawaii in that summer. I got in trouble, man, and I couldn't leave the state. So she split, right? She went there, and I'm like, go over there, and I'll figure out my stuff, and I'll be over there. So we're still together, but we're like, it's just phone. I got brothers and cousins here, but like I don't know, man. Like you never want to be down in front of your family. At least for me,
yeah.
right? Cause like, yeah, man. So I just kept it to myself, and I spiraled in more. I got even in a lot more trouble, right? And it's because of getting in trouble. I was required to do certain stuff to like, you know, please the state. And so I had to stop drinking, and you know, I had to do like UAs, stuff like that. So I got sober. And then I'm like, all right, so like what do I do now? And I was like, I'm pretty fit now, right? And when I was in the army, I was a stud too. But when, like after I got out, man, I just let myself go. Like I didn't hold myself accountable. Like I didn't want to do it, right? So and then I started hitting the gym, right? Like lifting weights. I felt good. I started seeing it, you know, start feeling good. But like after like a good 6 months to a year of like going to the gym, it just I got bored. I got bored again, right? Like man, I gotta find something to satisfy that itch that I have, you know, like that high stress. I like that high stress. Like so I talked to my so I go to therapy, right? And So what my therapist said is that I had an awesome childhood, 10 out of 10. Like, so there's this scale, right? It shows how good you had it and then how bad you had it. And I had it so good, like I checked the 10 out of 10, but I had it so bad too that I checked 10 out of 10 on the bad side. So I had like this whole like spectrum that I was at.
Like,
right?
you mean as a child, like your childhood hit both, or is it
Yeah,
like,
childhood hit both.
Oh,
bro.
okay.
Yeah, so like it was crazy. Like I was like exposed to like extreme violence and stuff like that, and like growing up. This is like before 18, bro. Like so when I talked to my counselor, like all the PTSD stuff, like I never had PTSD in the army. All this shit was growing up.
Yeah.
All the violence of like, I don't know, bro. Like, you know, like us, I respect the like the Chamorros on Guam, right? Like, I never really fought fair till I went to Guam, right? Like they had a problem. Like I'm from, I grew up in Derrida, right? So I went to Ukuru. Fuck you, dude. Pipeline after school, let's go. And then when they go, right, I'm like at first, this is my first year, right? So I'm already like scoping the area. Like, okay, I see a rock over there, right? I see a tangan over there, you know. But these guys, they just, you know, square up and, you know, they hold their stance. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, that's not us. Like back home in Palau, like when you fight, you like fight to the death or what, or till someone gets like gravely hurt or like hurt bad, right? You stab them, you know. And then they fight, and then after like, all right, hey, kudos to you, bro. You're badass. You got me this time. I'm like, oh shit, this is different, you know. But like growing up in Palau, man, like, so back to like what I was saying, right? So there's like a graph. I wish I had like something to write on, but it's a graph, right? And it's basically like your first 18 years determines how you cope and react to stress throughout the rest of your life. Yeah, and it's learned behavior, and learned behavior can be altered, right? But these are like your go-to because of what you've been exposed to, right? So like, these are the years, right, going this way, right? And this is the stress level going this way, right? Let's say I had a bad day, I got bullied, so the stress comes up, right? And then like, you know, at the end of the day, like my dad probably picked me up and like I talked to him about it. We had ice cream, so the stress level comes down, right? But there were times where like, so my dad passed away when I was 7, and then I was just kind of exposed to like a lot of adversity, right? So like instead of coming down, right, like my stress level would come down, it would go to a 10 and then come back to a 5 and then stay at a 5 and then go back up, right? So everyone's baseline is like right here, right? And they'll go up to like a 5 and come back to baseline, right? And that's will be normal, right? And then, but me is like, I had to like, I would be high stress and then I come back to like a 5, right? And that's my baseline. Right, so like I was exposed to that stress as my baseline. So when like I don't have those stressors, when I come back to everyone's normal baseline, now I'm depressed, right? Because everyone's baseline is when they dip under that baseline, they become depressed, and so like, yeah, man. So
I go try and search for it again.
Search for it again, yeah. So like, so what I figured with myself, like I gotta be, like, I like to have my back on the corner, and then I gotta, you know, figure myself out and get out. Then that's when I'm pretty good.
Yeah. So you were conditioned. Yeah. You were conditioned.
Yeah.
And to your point, bro, that's a lot of our people.
Yeah.
You know, and I say, you know, like I don't think it's so much predominant now in like Saipan and Guam, but then again, we don't live there, so we don't know. But I know in Palau, I can understand that. And then my parents are Palauans, so I totally understand like where you're coming from. You know, I feel like that's the same thing that we'll have. You know, that's why when we come down to, like you said, where everybody's at, we kind of, sometimes you become like Igor or Eeyore, you know, like poor pitiful me, you know, like everybody's jamming and why the fuck do I feel like this? You know, and then when something gets you and you snap, everybody's like, bro, what the fuck's your problem, bro? You know, because you're on a different level. Yeah, no, that shit's wild.
Yeah, I think that's another, like, I think we've talked about this before where, you know, like you're saying, like we're exposed to these like stresses like in our childhood and growing up on the island, and then that was like the first time that I saw that. And then even when I went to college and everything, like I was exposed to stresses that most people don't go through, because when I got to the Army and I was in basic training, I didn't think it was that stressful.
Bro, that's what I'm saying,
right?
bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
but other people, you see them crying.
They're
like,
crying.
Stressing,
Yeah, they're stressing.
freaking
Yeah.
out. And it's like, bro, like, this is nothing, like,
Yeah.
compared to the shit that I've been through, like, already. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fucking 20 years old at the time, you know? And then going in here, and then you got guys that are, you know, right out of high school. You have guys that are older than you, and they're just fucking tripping. It's like, when you were going through when you're younger, like, all that shit, you fucking hate it. But you're so glad when moments like that come up, and you're like, oh, this is fucking smooth sailing. Is it hard? Yes, but it's not something that'll break you, because the shit that you went through before, that shit really fucking felt hard. That shit, you know, really got to your heart. That shit really bothered you. But now it's like, oh, this hard shit, this is just what I gotta do. This is the price I gotta pay. But it sucks, but it's not as bad as some of the shit that I've been through already.
and I'm glad you guys got this platform, right? Especially with the BBC. It's a good, so we let other people know that like this stuff happens.
Yeah.
You know, like
They're not alone.
They're not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like ask questions, man.
And that's
like,
why it's good for you. You know, like you're a fighter. You're doing all this cool stuff. Not a lot of our people know about you. But at the same time, like what more important for them to know about you is that the shit that you're talking about now. Right? Like you're gonna do good fighting, we're gonna be behind you. That's gonna be the thing. We're gonna be doing things that are hard, that's gonna elevate each and every one of us. But I think when you can become vulnerable and talk about your setbacks, that's the kind of shit that people need to listen to, because a lot of our people hold that shit in.
oh yeah, bro.
You know.
Yeah, man. I don't know what it is with us, man. We're just so like it's not pride, because like pride is like, but it kind of is, man. And like when I talk to like my therapist, right? It's like we were programmed as like islanders to never show weakness, no matter what, and it's like a double-edged sword, right? We were strong because of it,
Yeah.
but not everyone makes it out. Bro. Like, you know, like suicide right now, yeah, back home is like it's pretty bad, right? And like I said, maybe not everyone is strong enough to make it through. So at least with now, like people that are listening, like shit, maybe hey, that dude made it through, like.
Yeah.
I
We're talking about it, bro.
Exactly.
We're talking about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The difference too is we have all the addition of like social media platforms and stuff like that are feeding, you know, like, oh, this is why you're depressed.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're reading that and they're like, oh shit, I'm really fucked up.
Yeah.
And then that just keep them spiraling.
Oh
going
yeah,
down.
dude.
You know, versus listening to somebody like you, like, oh, I can relate to this guy. He's from where I'm from. You know, like he went through the same thing. How did he make it out? Like, hey, I'm gonna follow this guy.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like saying like your social media part, like you're talking about. It's like everybody is enjoying the fact that, you know, okay, somebody tells you, you know, these symptoms that you have, and then they start identifying with it, and then that's their identity now. Instead of identifying with somebody like you, right? Like, oh, he's has the same symptoms as me, and he's doing something. You know, he comes from the same islands. He's lived in the islands like I did. He's going through some of the same stuff I did, and he made his way out of it. They don't want, a lot of people aren't identifying with that. That's why you're saying that some people don't make it out, because they're not sometimes they're not searching for an answer. They're just searching for something to make them feel they're a part of something. And that's where I feel like it a lot
That's
of people,
deep, bro.
it's kind of like a lot of the people that, you know, join these different, like, you know, out there with protesting, waving flags of different countries and stuff like that. They have nothing to identify with, so they stick their identity to something like that it really has no meaning to them, but they just need to be a part of something. So it's something that's big and it seems bigger than them, so they usually wouldn't do that. Even though they, you know, it might not make them, you know, a better person, but it makes them feel like they're a better person, so they just go out and do it. Kind of like, what was it that helped you get out of that? Like, that's where I want to like kind of roll to next. Like, I know it's a lot of stuff, but like what got you out of that next? Because everybody, like, I mean, people gotta find that, right? Like, you gotta find what's gonna get you out of it. And like you said, some people don't make it out, but because they never found that thing, they never found someone to connect with.
Yeah. So it's a lot with like my wife and my brother, man. Like they were like my like the people I trusted the most. And what's most important is finding someone you can actually talk to. right? Like, and I talk to them a lot. Like, I'm not myself. Like, I feel like I can't do it. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? And they're like, what do you want to do with your life? You know, I'm like, okay, let me go try this. Like, I want to. At first, it was the small things, right? Like let me go cut my hair. Like, cause I was I look like man, I was rough, man. It was rough. Like, I just let myself go. Like, and that's like kind of like the symptoms, right? You start seeing people like their image change, their demeanor, the way they talk, right? And like okay, so it started with those little things. Like, let me clean up my eating a little bit. You know, like let me cherish myself. You know, let me get this haircut. Let me do this workout. Like, and then I start seeing results, right? And I just got addicted to the results, man. Like it. I showed myself that I'm driving the motherfucking boat, bro. Like shit. I can either crash it or I can fucking, you know, make it and sail through the rough seas and come out at the other side. And once I saw that I am in control, even though it was just a little bit, you know, those little like check mark. Okay, I did this, right? And I just started reading some good books, man. Like, the one thing I love about books, man, is you have a guy that maybe had 10 years experience, right? To try everything, or try whatever he did to get out of whatever he did, like his experience, right? And then it takes me like a couple hours to gain all that 10-year knowledge, right? And I just apply myself, man. Like, I think just applying yourself and just believing in yourself and to know that you have that power. Like, acknowledge what you cannot change and embrace the things you can change.
100. That's powerful.
That's strong.
Yeah, that's powerful. And then apply action to that.
Apply
That's the
action,
result.
bro. Like, a lot. And one thing like that always set me back is like, I always found that, like, let's say I was gonna try something hard, right? Like, it could be whatever, right? I've noticed that I started making, like, if I didn't really want to do it, I started making excuses in my head, like, this is not gonna work because of this. It's not gonna work. Or like my girl, right? She was the reason why I started like selling food and like doing the cooking video. Cause at first, like, I don't know if you guys see my stories, but like I like document stuff, right? Start making.
I'm still
food.
waiting for you to follow me back so I can check your stuff out.
I think you gotta follow me back. I'm following you. Yeah. No, but like, and she was like, "Hey, baby, you know, like you make like good content, like you're cooking stuff, and like it's a nice niche, right?" I'm like, man, nah. It's like, yeah, do it. So like during the pandemic, when all the restaurants were closed, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, but like I always like in the army, bro. Like I would invite everyone to you know how we do it back home, barbecue, red rice, you know, the whole nine, bro. Crab salad, like, bro, they were like, bro, what the fuck is this? I'm like, bro, this is the good shit, right, bro? And then they were like, bro, I'll buy this plate. I'm like, for real?
Like both.
Yeah, so, bro, yeah, like both, right, bro? So I start cooking, bro. Like, it started off with like 10 orders, 10 plates, right? I'm like, okay. So throughout the week, I take the order, you know, I do the plates and they come pick it up, right? And bro, and like FOMO, right? And what made it click is like everyone's on my social media, so I'll do a story when they request a plate, you know, like, hey, I want this plate, you know, I'll screenshot that, post it on my story, hey, locked in, you know, so everyone else like sees it, right? They're like, oh shit, and then it was just word of mouth too, like, bro, this shit good, like, you know, and then they'll tag me, and then, bro, at the peak, right? Me and my girl were working full time in the army, right? Like fucking 5 a.m. You get up at 5 a.m. and come back at like 5 p.m., right? So throughout the week we'll take orders, bro. 85 plates, 85 plates throughout the week, right? And we gotta sell it on Saturday, yeah. Right? So we get off Friday, bro. I'm good at numbers, right? I'm like, all right. So for 85 plates, I need X amount of pounds of ribs, chicken, how many pounds of rice, how many achoti for that. Like I like everything had a recipe, right, bro? And then we just like we get off at 5, straight to the commissary. We buying everything, right? Go home, start prepping, marinade, you know, fixing the chicken Kellogg. Bro, I didn't buy a food processor till like the last like. So I've been doing it for like almost 2 months. But like the last week is when I bought a food processor, because like that 85 plates, bro, of like I was doing it old school, bro, like hand slicing the Kellogg, the chicken Kellogg.
And that's what made it good,
bro.
All that time.
Bro, comes with the coconut too. Like I believe in authentic, you know, like I like cause like Chamorros, bro, like hey, shout out to the Chamorro community, bro. Like they showed me how it's like a drug, bro. The food, like holy shit, dude. So like, you know, I comes with the coconut, like, and then like you should just buy the grated one. I'm like, that's not the same. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. Yeah, but yeah, man, it was good. I bro, like my stimulus check, like that 2,500. I bought a $800 smoker, Pit Boss, for 1,000. I think it's 1,000 square inches of like cooking area, bro. Buy ribs. I call like it was island marinade, but like smoked like Texas. I hit up this my brother's friend from Texas. I'm like, how you smoke ribs? I never smoked ribs before. Yeah, we'll barbecue, right?
Yeah.
But we never smoked, bro. When I got that math down, bro, 2 hours on, 2 hours wrapped, and then 1 hour like. Bro, it was legit, dude. Like legit, like it was hard work.
Top tier.
Add more plate,
bro.
Yeah. Boss, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then like, bro, like it was pretty good, man. Like what a kind, the car club, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, bro, you can post up at our meet, bro. So like, I would pre-cook everything, right? I'll get up at like 3 a.m. start smoking the ribs, because that's the one that takes a lot, right? The Kellogg, you know, you just like season it, start barbecuing it, and then it can be in the fridge and stuff like that. Red rice the day of, salad, whatever, right? But the ribs took the longest, and I had to do like 2 loads, bro, of like the 5 hours. But we figured it out, man. It was good. It was hard work, but like we enjoyed it. Like the way the people like when they take that bite and like yeah, man, yeah. Good times, man. Like yeah.
That's good, bro. Like I mean, for a guy that you say you had been through some rough stuff, like you display a lot of like positive Islander traits.
Yeah.
You know, like sharing our culture, persevering through 85 plates. Like to some people that's not a lot, but we know what that looks like. And that's damn near a fiesta.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of
and that's hey, bro, that's what I called it. Hey, the fiesta plate. And it was just like when I go to festival, like I just need some good ribs, red rice, Kellogg, and like a salad. That's me. Basic, bro.
Yeah, I love it. Like the way you talk about it seems like that's your passion.
Oh, hey, man, food, man.
Like come get your haircut.
Yeah.
And fucking go home with a fiesta plate.
Yeah.
Damn. There you go. No fireboat.
No fire. No. Back then, bro, like it was crazy. It's like, bro, I had the cooler with like beer, soda, like I'm Brandon, when you come up, pick whatever. And then like the homies, like I had like this crystal bottle with like the expensive stuff, and they'll come over and we're like, it was pretty good. Like, yeah, bro, like I threw this party at the crib where I would it was $45 per person. 10 people
This
only.
is during the pandemic.
Yeah. 10
Hell
people,
yeah.
10 people only.
Hell yeah.
Like exclusive. Like I was elevating like how can I make money without working so hard? And that was like the exclusive, like once a month
And
exclusive.
have fun at the same time.
Have fun, bro. So like I throw a
social
part, bro. Yeah. No, bro. Like this is like closed door. That's why everyone like kind of like they're like, oh shit, I need to get in, because it was like exclusive kind of, But I throw a party at the crib. I cook throughout the day, and then everyone's there. We're hanging out, partying. My cousin, she does tattoos. She's on the table already like wrapped and everything, just tattooing on the spot. Yeah,
It's a
bro.
whole convention.
Bro, oh,
Criminals, a bunch of criminals,
Bro,
fucking breaking the law during
it's
COVID.
crazy, dude. Crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
That's
experiences.
wild.
Yeah, bro. Like, yeah.
And I wanted to ask a question, but it got totally like bypassed, and we're already at like a high, like a good high.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it back down, So we'll continue. I think this is not gonna be the last time, bro. I love your fucking energy.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about it when he reached out about. In case people didn't know, Warren is a MB sponsored athlete. But he when he reached out, and I didn't even ask him for the stuff, but like I knew that's where we were getting a good dude was when he told me his story. Like he already said his story about himself, and then Mark came in and Mark, you met Mark the first time because I had to leave, but I leave the shop and he came in and met Mark, and Mark's like, bro, you seem like a really good dude. And it's like, okay, I kind of got that feeling from when he told me the story. He was in the military and all that stuff, and why he was fighting and stuff like that. And so I was like, okay. And then I knew, like, my big thing now is getting good people and good people that are going on a journey to better themselves, and then kind of spread that. And just fucking the vibes we're getting now, like it's real. And I fucking glad you're here and glad you're sharing, because I know a lot of people can resonate with what you're talking about.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah. But back to that stuff you're talking about with the making, like, people confuse a lot of the time like motion and productivity, right? Like, so you're talking about like, yeah, okay, you sit there and you read a book, right? You can get somebody's experiences in like 10 hours, right? Just reading a book. But then people think that's productive. The problem with that is, like, if you're getting the knowledge but you're not applying yourself, like you're saying, right, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
So like you can be talking about, okay, I'm reading this and I'm getting this information. It's a big reason why a lot of people don't like to start doing things. It's like they read all of this stuff, they want to start a business, they read up all this stuff, they think, and then they get all the information they need to start, which a lot of it you don't even need to start, but you all get all this information, and then that information can hold it back from you to start. It's like an overload, right? It's too much info.
Like they want it to be 100% before they progress.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like most of the time, like everything that we've done, like I just said, let's go.
Let's run it.
And then I'll figure it out along the way. Like I'll learn along the way. Yeah. It's like that's the best way. Like all this information and everything, it's great. But just going through it and going through the process and learning as you go, that's where the money comes in. That's where you can actually build whatever it is your dream or your visions are. It's like when me and Pao were talking about the run club, it was just like, bro, we just want to bring people together and run. Like, I don't know how to do it, so I just go search a couple videos and read a little bit on some Google shit, and then I'm like, bro, like can't be a big deal. Like all I'm trying to do is get people to run. So let's just throw a date out there. Let's just show up and see what happens. Then we'll figure it out when we get there, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and whoever shows up is who we have.
Yeah.
That's the type of people that want to change and want to do the stuff that we've been doing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, not a while, but 2 years, 3 years. So
Well, look at you, like to now like know your story a little bit, right? And then to have seen you at the run club, like that's who we are aligning ourselves with, right? We're not like we're always talking about the people that are waiting to get in shape before they join. You know what I mean? But to even just start there, like I didn't think I was gonna run the 2 mile. It's like, okay, I don't want to look sad in front of my boys. Like I don't have to be the fastest.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to do that to begin with.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I already started, like I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah.
Like that's very indicative of like how people's mindset go.
Yeah.
Like I realized I was way in the front. I was like, oh yeah, I think I better slow down. Because I don't want to like, oh, what happened? You red line too fast. And I'm gonna be like, no, like come up with something stupid, like just back to basic Islander nonsense.
Yeah. And one thing too, like, and like I want the listeners to know, like don't be ashamed to try something new, man. Like it don't matter what it is, right? Like you may think like they'll judge you or like, but now we're with people that are already doing it. Will encourage you and teach you ways to improve on it. We're like, just stop with the analysis paralysis, right? Right, where you overanalyze and you're like, X, Y, and B is gonna be C. Like, nah, just try it out. Sometimes it don't work. Sometimes it it flourished, you know.
Like even in the stuff that don't work, you're gonna pick something up.
Yeah, you gonna pick something up,
Yeah.
man.
But and to your point, paralysis is not just in the self. You know, they wanna think that they need the shoes or they need like, you know, like I thought when I bought my camera, it's like fuck, this is expensive. But I was like looking at the more expensive one. I was like, yeah, dude, like, no, I'm just gonna buy this one. And then like 2 weekends ago, you know, or last weekend, you know, I bring my camera to a place where now you know, like there's somebody that I meet that's like high profile to me. And I was like, he's like, oh, you're gonna run media for us. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? To your point, like you learn as you go. You know, and if you feel pressure because you don't feel like you're perfect, or that's the chance to step up and learn everything.
Yeah.
And unbeknownst to me, I met a lot of different people there that were media guys that actually do Netflix stuff. You know, they're now connecting with me, you know, DMing about, oh, you want to do work with us, you know, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck? It's just about throwing yourself out there. That's what you're gonna get. You know, it's like crazy. I was like, well, what the fuck, dude? Like,
And that's the fucking dopest part about it, bro. Like, and that's what I always like when we finished that in Austin. That's what my caption on there was like, if only people understood what was on the other side of uncomfortable. Like, because bro, like just everything that we've been able to do, like us being able to meet you, like all the people, like the good people we've met along this journey, is because we were willing to go on the other side of uncomfortable. Like do stuff that we were uncomfortable with, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, like stuff we would have never thought about. Like all of us, like nobody at this table would have fucking thought of anything like that we're doing now. Back then we were not thinking about we could do this shit.
No.
Because we were so like in our comfort zone, we would never step out. There's no way I would run. There's no way I would film media. There's no way I'd meet high profile people. There's no way, you know, you'd step in and do media on Facebook, or, you know, sharing or even just selling plates, stuff like that. There's no way you're thinking about that, right? But it's like, what can I get out of this experience, this one experience, and then we don't know what it can lead you to down the road. Like, okay, I might be at this level. This shit might just open up something else down the road. You don't know, but it might not. Even that too, right? It might not. But you're always gonna learn something from it, especially if it's new. And that's what I think Run Club, like I said, Run Club is that thing. I want it to be, because it's such a low barrier of entry, where people that aren't exercising, that aren't, you know, taking care of their, you know, their fitness, their health, they just step into something that's so easy to step into with there's no, what do you call that, real high standards or nothing. It's just something they can step into that gives them kind of that gateway of, this feels good, and maybe I can do something else outside of this too. So whether it's lifting weights, whether it's eating better, whether it's jujitsu, whether it's MMA, whatever, fucking playing sports, whatever it is that's...
Or even moving up in their career, man.
Exactly.
Like those little things that builds that confidence will be spread across the board in what they do.
And people really think that, and that's what I'm afraid of a lot of the time, is like, people don't understand just what you eat and how it makes you feel, how it makes you think, and you being able to, you know, show up to the gym, you be able to go for a run, like what it does for your confidence and what it can do outside of it. Because it's not just for the run, it's not just for how fast you are, how much you can lift, it's for stuff like your job, like what position you're holding. You don't believe you can get a higher position because you don't have any confidence in yourself. But if you had confidence in yourself, you might actually just go for that. And it doesn't have to be anything you did at the job. It's something you did that morning, you know, going for a run, getting a lift and stuff like that, that you're just building your confidence. And knowing that, you know, if you keep showing up and you keep building and you keep getting better, then why can't you do that in any other part of your life, you know? And just continuously doing that.
Those are the good points. And then like it's maybe so much of a moot point now, but you know, getting rid of that scarcity mindset is a big, you know, that's the big one that you have to get rid of, because that it allows you to always think that I'm never gonna be that good. So why am I gonna start cooking food? You know, we're very fast to, oh, his chicken kelaguen tastes like, I don't know, but that's not chicken kelaguen. Or, you know, like, oh, he's Palau, he don't know how to make chicken kelaguen, right? But they're not making what to them is the best, you know? And then they think over paralysis analysis, right? You know, now they're gonna think like, oh, he's already selling, so I don't wanna sell. Like, he has his own people, like you have your own people. Like, you cannot take all of it.
Yeah.
It's more about you. What's gonna make you stand up? What's gonna make you different? You know, if you're worried about him, he's gonna see you and he's gonna up his game too. It's not about, like, we're here, like, about everything that we're talking about is building our people up. You know, is it sad that we have to talk about stuff like this? 100%. We're not that old as a people, like, in existence. So where the fuck is the trajectory gonna change? Like it's gonna be the four of us that change shit like that.
Yeah.
And then we just keep adding great men, great women that just force multiplies, and we just keep spreading it out to the point where people, hopefully it's not too late for them. They see it like, oh fuck yeah, like my people doing it. Let's fucking go. You know.
Oh,
To
yeah,
your
bro.
point, bro, about doing white shit or not? Well, I call it white shit because we started mountain biking in the pandemic.
Oh shit.
You know, and we started bombing down hills. And what was Brendan's experience when he climbed up the top? Like we're pedaling up hills. And this white boy came up to the top and he goes, bro, you guys chose the whitest sport ever, bro. What the fuck? You know, like that made me feel good.
Yeah.
You know, because to them, like if we don't do things, we always think they're like better than us.
Yeah.
You know, but when we start applying it, we're like, oh, bro, this is for everybody.
Bro, that's the one, bro. Like and like we are so capable. Like we're so capable. Like I don't know. I believe like we're like the way we raise our culture, right? Like even just within the Pacific, man. Like we're just a different cloth, right? And we don't see it to the extent because we don't really apply ourselves to their metrics, you know, like their measure of like. But I think like as we continue to progress throughout, man, like we'll inspire the next generation and they'll take it up a level above us, you know what I'm saying? As long as we just set the foundation, you know what I'm saying? Like just inspire them, you know, they just grab like, let's say we're all candles, right? And we're in the dark room, right? And then you'll start lighting up the candle and then I pass my light to him, he lights it up. Next thing you know,
It's lit.
it's lit, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Attaboy.
Yeah.
I got one quick question for you two. For you two, because we have a lot of good memories growing up as kids and like doing hard shit, like, you know, your dad or your uncle's like, hey, get out there and fucking do this. And as a kid, you go out there and it's like monumentous. You're like, bro, what the fuck? You know, like, I'm gonna do all of this. And then the psychological game comes in, like, well, my brother's there, why can't you do it? Oh, I ask you because I know you can get it done. You know, so now you're just like, that's like your rite of passage. But more importantly, like, how did that serve you guys in the military? Like, did you guys have like semblance of like home and like, oh yeah, my people, we fucking do this? You know, like, did it come through for you guys? Like when you're in the dark, cold, fucking shivering, like, do you think of your ancestors, like the power, where you come from?
Yeah. For me, it was that was my identity. That was my identity. Was I'm the type of dude that they rely on. I get shit done no matter what.
Built different.
Yeah. Then that was my mentality in the army. Like especially when as a young guy that wanted to be, you know, I wanted to lead soldiers. Like my dream in the military, I wanted to be a drill sergeant very bad. Like so bad. That was what I wanted to do because I wanted to lead the soldiers. Because I saw how my drill sergeants were. We had fucked up ones, we had really good ones. I saw the good ones, took from them. I saw the bad ones, took from them. I took what I didn't want to be. Right. And that's what I really wanted to go and drive towards. If I stayed in long enough, I know I would have got there. But it didn't, you know, end up in my cards. But I wanted to lead people so bad, and so everything was about showing the example, being the example, and you know. And it was that thing of not showing any weakness, you know, a lot of time not showing any weakness. That's the Islanders, like not showing weakness and just getting the shit done when they ask you. And what happens there, and I think that's what ultimately got me driven out to at the same time was because I was that guy where, you know, we know he'll get it done.
You became dependable.
Exactly. You get so dependable that everybody else can do whatever they want. They can be lazy. They can, you know, and that's what I hate about like big, I guess, government organizations and stuff like that is because when you are the dependable one and you're the one they can rely on to get shit done, they always go to you and everybody else can fucking sidetrack. And I hate the thing that I hated about that was people were getting promoted before me or around the same time when they weren't doing shit.
And that's government work because they know that if you're going to be up top, everybody's going to have to apply the same standards that you just said. That's why they're like, no, put Junior up there.
Yeah.
Junior will keep it low.
Yeah, and that's the fucking thing was like I loved being that guy, and I always told myself I am that dude because I would get sent to schools and get sent to places that I know other people wouldn't go because it would be too hard or they were like I was afraid to fail like pretty badly. Like when they put me in schools in the army, I was so afraid to fail. Like people sent me with expectations, knowing like okay, he should be top grad or he should be distinguished, he should be this. And sometimes I came back and I wasn't that. Like a lot of times I failed like in front of my peers, but what I ended up learning was these guys still looked up to me because I was the one that went. They were too afraid to even go. So like that was a big deal to me. Like starting recognizing that was just be the guy that goes and you're up front, whether you fail or not. These guys will look up to you. They might talk. There'll be people that talk shit, of course, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like those people, they still gonna follow you anyway. You know, they have their shit, but then when before you left, they followed you, and when you come back, they're still gonna follow you, even if you failed. But you still were the guy that went out, did the shit that they were so afraid to do, and you came back and you just fucking continued mission. Like that's just always what it was, and that helped me a lot. That was the uncle telling me, "Fucking, you're gonna go do this." It's like, god damn, that's a lot of shit to do. But
Yeah.
you know, still, you don't have a choice. Go do it. You know.
Yeah, man. My dad, my real dad, passed away when I was like 7. I had a really good stepdad. His name is James. He passed away later on, but he pretty much showed me the ropes on how to be a man, bro. He wasn't educated, right? He didn't have no fancy degree. He was a boat operator, right, for the tourists. But when it was slow season, we would just farm and market, sell bitternut, sell like tapioca, stuff like that.
So, Paul's favorite food?
Eat.
Yams.
Yams. Oh, yeah. But like, bro,
That's a real.
yeah, bro. He was the epitome of hard work will always outshine talent that don't work, right? Like he didn't have no hand me down, or he wasn't given the better hand, but he worked hard for everything he had. And like I remember, like we were building like this summer house, right? And like we didn't have the money to buy like 2x4s and 4x4s, so we would go to the mangroves, right? Those are strong wood. I forgot what it's called, but we would cut all the wood ourselves, and then we would cut it and then leave it to soak in the salt water for a couple months, right? And then we'll come back during high tide and we load it up to the boat, and then we bring it back to like the dock where we're at, and then start skinning them. But I remember like it was me, him, and my cousin Zenti, right? And my cousin Zenti, he grew up with me, like we grew up in the same house, like we were basically brothers. But my dad was so like he was so fair that he didn't want to show him that he wasn't a son, or he didn't want him to feel like he wasn't a son, right? So like he would be on top of the boat, bro, and I'm pulling the boat, right? Like, cause like the boat's so heavy, we cannot even use the bamboo to like. So I gotta get out, and like it was like chest high water. We're in front of the mangrove, and my cousin's there talking to my dad, and my dad's like, pull it. So I'm like, man, why am I pulling the boat? And he's on top of there, you know, mixing chew, having snacks. I'm just bitching like mother. But like that's the type of stuff that shapes us, bro. Like at the time I'm not realizing it, and he's just because he was, bro, like he knew the layout of the mangrove, like because there was like they're kind of like like oysters that cluster on the rock, and if you like I'm barefoot, right? If you step on it, you're gonna get cut. It's like, all right, slight deviation to your left or right, and we're navigating it. Yeah, man, and just hard work. We built out the summer house, and we would like I went to like Mizenti. Mizenti is like a Catholic high school, right? And we didn't really have the like I didn't understand why they were enrolling me in Mizenti when I know like I had an understanding of where we're at, as in class, right? We're middle class. We're lower than middle class. Like I shouldn't be in private school, but my parents knew that I was so I was smart, right? But like I had tendencies to seek out trouble. So they thought like if I go to Mizenti, you know, I'll be a good boy because it's private school. But like throughout the weekend, bro, we're hustling. I'm climbing bitter nuts. We made like like over 100 bags of bitternut to sell, right? And on my way to Mizenti, right, there's this store that I stop at, and I offload like I have another backpack. I offload that, get the $100, right, or 110 or whatever. Go to school, come back home, give it to my dad, then he'll pay my tuition. Like I'm like, man, what am I like? And that's when I kind of like got the hint that like why am I making them? Why am I being a burden? Like I felt like I was a burden because like I'm forcing them, even though we don't really have that much, because they're trying to look out for me. And that's when I kind of like start opening my eyes, right? And like I started like I grew up pretty young, right? And then like he got laid off, and like we're starting to like being in a bad spot, right, financially, right? And my dad was Filipino, but like my real dad was Filipino, but he was in the Coast Guard, and so he grew up here in the States, right? And how he ended up in Palau is like in the 80s when Palau was coming up. I think it was a territory, I'm not too sure, don't quote me on this. But when they decided they want better infrastructures for like power and stuff, right? Just like any construction job, they'll put out like a notice and people would bid on it, right? So my dad's company he was actually here in Seattle, right? And his company won that bid to install the generators for Palau, like the island's generators. So that's how he went to Palau, and he met my mom, and he liked it there. So after that install, the government of Palau gave him a contract to be the plant manager of the Tengibu, right? So it was pretty good. Anyway, so like during that like 08, 09, right? Things kind of got hard, and then my mom's like, oh, you know what? Let's go try to claim the death benefits of the Social Security for the U.S. side, right? Because we're already receiving the Social Security for the Palau side, right? Because he was working in Palau till he passed away in 2002. So like, all right, so my mom left to Guam, right? And then she went there, she tried to apply for it. It's like, well, you weren't married legally. Common law don't apply to the United States. It applied in Palau, but not in the United States, right? But do you have any kids that are under 18? Well, I have a son. He's I think I was like 13, 14 at the time, right? And it's like, okay, I think he'll qualify. You know, all we need is a birth certificate, and that's about it. So my mom hits me up. So I did freshman year in Mizenti. Then that summer I went there. I'm like, I told my friend, hey man, I'll be back. You know, like my mom find some way, and then I think I might be all right. We might be getting some money, you know. So I went to Guam, and we did like, you know, the whole 10-day period till you apply for Social Security. I was living with my aunts and stuff, and we go there, and like everything checked out. Like, all right, he's eligible, you know. You'll receive $900 a month, and I'm like, oh, like $900 a month is a lot, especially in Palau. Minimum wage is like $250 at the time, you know. I'm like, okay, we're gonna be good. Like, at least we don't have to worry about, you know, money now. They're like, oh, but here's the catch. It's not U.S. citizen. So in order for him to receive these said benefits, he has to be in U.S. soil. So I had to stay in Guam. So yeah, so my mom's like, you know what, Ronald, it's okay. It's okay. We don't need the money. We'll just go home, and I'd rather have you at home. And then I'm like, nah, Mom, it's all right. So like, what you mean? I'm like, just find me a family, right? So, somewhere I can stay. I'll give them $300, you know, to help with them. I'll send you $300, and then I'll have $300 for myself to like get me with like school stuff and food and whatever. She start crying, right? She start crying. Why does it have to be my youngest son? You know, like you're too young to be out here by yourself. But I I recognized the situation, and I was trying to make it better, right? So I'm like, I think this would work out for the best. And it was tough, man. Like, and that was like part of like the stress and shit too, right? Like being far from home and growing up like with strangers. They were family, right? But they were strangers to me, right? And yeah, man. But I just persevered through it. You know, went through high school, graduated, figured it out, and yeah, the rest is history. Yeah, but it was crazy times, man. But it's those little adversity that push you through, and like after like all that, bro, nothing else, bro, was too hard. And then with us Islanders, our structure, right, and that's how you were saying like, was it easy to transition to the military? Because we already have that structure or that hard work ethic, bro. That's like you ask anybody here in the States like that work with Islanders, like, hey, bro, they work hard, bro. Like they make it look easier. Like I don't. And they were like, bro, why you gotta be so extra? I'm like, I'm not extra, bro.
It's just the standard,
bro. It's
That's
the
the
standard.
Yeah, that's just Islander standard. You know?
just-
You always want to make sure everything's good.
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
yeah, man, and so that hard work ethic, and you already, you always respect your monopoly, whatever, right? And so we already had that structure going into the military. There's people above you, there's people below you, and it just transitioned good. But like what AJ was saying, bro, like you're so good you get burnt out because you're overused. And it pissed me off, bro. Like when he was like telling his story, like I understand that to a T. Like you're so good at your job, you do other people's job for them too. At the end of the day, like you're getting paid the same, and yeah,
It's crazy.
and it just burnt me out, bro, to the point where I'm like, fuck, I can't do this, bro. Like,
Fuck.
yeah,
Bro, that's awesome, bro. Like I wanted to cry just listening to you because I can feel that. I can feel you, right? More importantly, bro, like the reason why I asked that is because all of us came from adversity. Some people they live better lives than us back home. The fact of the matter, we're still back home. They even had their own adversities. Those people now are looking for what was adversity to them because they kind of came to an end of like, oh shit, I'm done being strong. Like you cannot be done being strong, bro. Shit's gonna keep evolving. It's you're either done fucking trying to make it, but you always have to work on being strong. And the reason why I asked that question because a lot of people like one they don't know or they don't remember, and then a lot of them try to forget because it kind of brings shame to them, right? Versus for me, those are what I rely on to raise my kids now, to make myself like power through things. It's your family name, like that's the house you came out of. I want to make my name look proud. My dad is long gone, but I still have to carry that. I still carry that with me. If I fuck up and I cause trouble and I'm in jail, like I'm living with that. Like it's not in my head.
yeah,
Right? It's like, oh fuck, bro. 31 years in Washington and this is what you've done. Like how far back? Like now I'm gonna wanna just fucking, out myself. But it's more importantly, I wanted you to highlight that, and you as well, because now that we're invoking change in people and trying to bring all the greatness out of them, like they can go back and realize, like, damn, I'm actually strong. A lot of us come out here and they get into the mix of, being civilized, and now they're competing with other people, trying to step over our people, and then they kind of forget who they are, where they come from. And then now when they have nothing, like those people that they were competing with, they didn't know that. They don't give a fuck about them. It's people like us that want to keep bringing everybody together. So that's a fucking solid story, dude.
Yeah. I got 2 points with that. So, like, first off, I could tell that was like deep for you. We were like going back and talking, and I read this book, Power of Moments. I don't know if you've ever read that one, but Power of Moments, and it just talks about like how important like moments, whether it's a really short time frame or not, and how they can impact people's lives. And I could tell just by when you were telling that and how how deep it hit, that was like probably one of the most powerful moments in your life in that meeting with your mom, talking about making that decision yourself at a 13, 14-year-old, that I want to help us, I want to take care of us, and I think this is the right way to do it at that age, and then be able to tell your mom, no, you go back, I got this is the way I can take care of us. and you can tell that that's driven you a long way, just that moment in time. But then going back to like the names, like the power of the names of your family. I posted something a while ago, and it was about how like when you're back home or even just out here, people always ask you like, you know, what's your name, what's your last name? And once as soon as they know your last name, then they either know your parents or they don't. You haven't mentioned who your parents are. And once they know your parents, they already have a standard set for you in their head, like based off of who your parents are. Because whoever your parents are, that's already not how they associate you and what the kind of person you are. So that's why I always talk about like it's such a big deal to me to set a certain standard in my name, so that when my kids are grown, people have a certain expectation of them and what they expect to get out of them.
Roger that.
You know what I mean? Because as soon as they, like I even was having a conversation this week with one of the boys that came up, and it's just that, like as soon as, you know, if they ask my sons, I have 3 sons, as soon as they ask them who, you know, if they're, you know, the last name is Allen, if they know who I am, once they know anybody from back home, there, you know, there's a standard set, and this is who your dad was, so I know you have to be a good kid. I know you have to be, you know, these are the values that you hold, because these are the values that your father held and your mother held. So like that's just a, you know, big part of like kind of what brought you know, your whole story is so fucking, that shit's deep, bro. Like that, and you know, that's why I'm so glad you came, and I appreciate you telling that story, because I know it's hard to like bring those things up and actually be vulnerable and tell that kind of stuff, but really appreciate you, because I know that's gonna help somebody. But like just the fact that you're able to tell that and somebody be able to sit with that, it's gonna help, you know, it's gonna help people, and I appreciate you doing that for real.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, bro, because you point again, right? Like when they know who you are, now they have a tier for you, you know. And to us, you know, like we're a Sigma tier, bro. Like that, I'm speaking to the fucking kids now.
Hey, what that mean, man?
Fuck, I got res too, bro. Skibbity toilet res here, bro. But no, like, and that's what shuts people down too, right? Yeah. Because they come up and they meet this old man and then, oh, nah, your dad is the one that did like something horrific. Yeah. So now like whoever that person is has to live with that. No, man, like we can also change the trajectory. Like that's what we're doing. Like we're trying to pump you up. Even if it was that bad, you have a chance to fucking right that bitch. You know, like he said, I don't know if they talk like that in Palau, like deviate a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Fucking, there's the games. Palau wants that. Wow, tell him your first experience trying games.
No, it's bad,
Bro,
So
hey,
bad.
bro, I know, bro, because I can't eat gims too.
Yeah, me too.
That's
First time I saw it, yeah.
But you can eat ass, but you can eat
I don't even do that.
Stop.
I don't do that.
They had to stop.
Hey, you forgot that.
And it doesn't work now.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's wild, dude. Just real quick, you know, like what really transitioned you to like want to join the army?
Bro,
Is that just like
no,
wanting
bro.
to get out?
No, bro, like, so there's times where like I said, bro, when I get comfortable, I start getting uncomfortable. Like, I'm like, man, I can't do this shit. Like, and it was like, I had a good job, right? Like, I worked at the Hilton. I was a AC apprentice, right? And it was good, man. Like, the work was good, you know. I was just living, but like I just got stuck. Like we was just drinking too much, man. And then like on Guam, like if you're Palau on Guam, you already know the how the routine is, you know. Friday, Saturday, there's a Palau bar, you know, like live band. So that's where, yeah, bro. So that's where. So this was the routine. Work Monday to Friday, right? On Friday, right? I'd stop by the store, right? One of the mom and pops, and I'll fill the cooler up with beer, right? Throw some ice in there, ready to go, you know. Clock off, hit the beach or like wherever. Start drinking prime. Go back home, 8, 9 o'clock, you know, shower, get ready, hit the bar. Party at the bar, right? But the cooler's still full too, right? Close the bar out, right? And some of them are like speak easy too, right? Shut the doors down at 2 a.m., you know, lower down the music, party till like 4. Then fucking hop in the truck, hey, where we at? Shit, let's go Tangisan, dude. Fucking go to the beach, you know, drink again till the sunrise. And it's just rinse and repeat, man, to the point where like, bro, what's the point of this, right? And that's Monday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday. Then Sunday, there's Palau League softball, right? Shit, you go there, drink even more, man. Like I'm just like, man, I gotta do something. You know, so for some people that's good, right? Like they're happy where they're at, but for me, I can't do it. It got to the point where like I'm like, nah, I gotta like. It's always like I gotta push.
Good on you for powering through that, man, and really getting out.
Yeah,
you're a fucking like awesome individual, bro. And to see like where you're at now, and to learn like how you got here, it's pretty powerful. It's gonna speak to a lot of kids, you know, that are following their parents to the Palau League. You know, and they'll be like, man, so there is a way out of here. You know, like, was the army the only thing? Now that you've gone through the army, do you have like any words for like the kids? Like, there's other things to do. Like, you don't have to like join the army. Or is that?
Hey, you know, so my relationship with the army is like a really hot ex-wife. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta keep going back to dip.
Yeah, she's crazy and she'll do all this shit to you, but at the end of the day, man, I'll always be a advocate for the military. Whether you're in for a contract or you're in till the end, man, it's a different beast. It builds something like whatever level you're at, like as far as discipline, right? Whether you got zero discipline or you got a lot of discipline, it'll still teach you no matter what. And it opens a lot of doors to a lot more opportunities after the army too. So yeah, I can speak about like retiring because I only did like a contract and a extension, but I still got out, still had my GI Bill, you know, go to school and stuff like that. Some people, man, they pay for, like, let's say you want to go to college, right? Some people pay college, bro, for like 30 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? They pay for that, all those student loans and stuff like that. But yeah, should it be mandatory? Bro, if I'd make it mandatory if I had the power to. At least like 2 years, you know, like the other governments, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you because based on what you just said,
yeah,
you know, before that, you know, because a lot of the kids that are coming out, you know, they don't have families out here, and then if they do have families out here, like what are the chances the families are gonna know like what that kid wants, what they want to do, you know? And now you're just climbing into more shit that could be more depressing because now you're gonna feel like, oh shit, I feel like I'm just overstaying my. You know, I'm just keep extending my stay here. I'm not doing anything with myself. Versus like, yeah, join the army and the army would fucking house you and make you a motherfucker and then you can figure out what the hell you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, like look at people like us and hey, bro, like it's what I want to do. Yeah, okay, let's go do it. Like call this person, call that person, and go do it. Not a lot of people are like us, bro. Or like I like hooking people with jobs. I don't know why, bro, but that's. And I'm just always mad because I never charged anybody for that shit.
Finder's fee, bro. Finder's fee, bro.
Fuck, bro. I don't know how to write story, bro. But if I'm gonna write somebody's reference, bro, I fucking ChatGPT don't even. I ask him to, like, you know, spell check. No, it's all good.
Oh, good, yeah. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up.
It was funny, bro. I was like the least like when coming out of high school. I was like. Why would anybody join the army or the military? Why would anybody go? We can go to college. Why would you do that? Well, we can go to college. And I was all about baseball at that time, so there's like no way I was joining the military. But I always say it's probably the best thing I did because I was in such a bad spot. Like before I joined that, I'm super.
Oh hell no!
Put it on silent.
I did.
You should put that notice in the machine, bro. Before.
My bad.
But like I was. When I was such in such a bad spot that it was like I always told myself last resort is military, but I'm fucking so glad it got to that point because that was like definitely one of the best things I've ever done. I met some of the closest dudes and some of the dudes that were my friends. I would have never thought in all my life that these would be my friends, like the guys that I got closest to. And you know when you get out and you just see these guys, it's like dude, you can kind of just snap back like. Wow, we did a lot of hard and stupid shit together. We're young, you know, at the time too. We fucking, not just from training and all the bullshit we had to deal with, but also like all the times we partied or we drank and all the crazy shit that went down. Like, just look back at that, but it's definitely one of the best decisions I made. And I'm glad I did it, even though it fucking sucked and everything like that. Like, a lot of that shit sucked. And it just changes your fucking mind, because being in the military is just not a job. Like, that's a whole lifestyle you have to live. You have to live that lifestyle. The Army fucking basically, or the military owns you. Like, it's not just you're going to work. Like, even outside of there, if you get in trouble, you're in trouble with work too. Like, this is not just like a job where they're just like, okay, you come back after your DUI. Something like that. Like, you get a fucking DUI, that affects your career. You know?
What's crazy too, man, like, I didn't join the Army straight out of high school too. Like, I was like, I think I enlisted in like 22, right? 22 years old.
Same.
And my brother, he enlisted in 05, and he's about to retire. He's about to hit his 20th this year, right? And he's always, hey, just do it, man, just do it. And he was, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm good. Yeah, bro, I like my hair, you know, because I always had long hair, dude. Like, even in Guam, like, you know, I'm like, nah. And then I'm like, and then when I hit that spot where I'm like, man, I need it, bro. I'm like, all right. So what's the easiest way to grow, right? Now I was doing college too, right? But I couldn't afford going to college and working full time to try to support my family. Like, I'm like, man, and then I'm like, okay, let's go try out this Army stuff, man. What they talk about, you know what I'm saying? And like, I went in there, I took the ASVAB, it was pretty good. And then he's like, all right, so what do you want to be? I'm like, shit, which one got the fattest bonus? Yeah, right. Yeah, shit. I said, bro, like, it didn't matter. Like, I'll do it. Like, I'll do it.
Getting out of here.
Yeah. And he's like, so we got this horizontal construction engineer, right? Once I hear engineer, I'm like, oh shit, that's badass job right there, bro. Engineer me, right? I'm like, okay, I want to be that. It's like, you don't want to learn about, like, you don't want to hear about it. I'm like, nah, how much is the bonus? 30 grand? Bro, sign me up. Sign, where I sign? 30 bands? Shit, running. But yeah, man, like, the recruiter was like, bro, you're a good recruit. I'm like, you're not gonna give me a hard time. I'm like, man, just sign me up. Funny dude. Yeah, he was a white guy, but he was on Guam, so he was like, he got used to like the islander stuff.
He knew the culture.
Yeah, he knew the culture. Yeah, so he was cool. Yeah,
That's good.
That's crazy.
Actually, you do pretty good back home as a recruiter, huh?
bro, cause like, so Guam, I think Guam, American Samoa, and Hawaii got the highest recruit rates, and it's because like per capita, right? And like, Guam is a walk-in recruit. That's what they quote as a walk-in, because they barely have to like actually go out and recruit people. They just stay in the office and they just come pouring in.
Yeah. I don't know if they do it out here. Do they, like, when you're in high school, do they make you take the ASVAB in school?
I think, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you have like the career day or something. Like, they'll come out and then,
You can, or they like kind of make you?
I think when they come out to like the career day, then they'll kind of like, all right, do you want to try and join the military? So they'll bring you to their office and then you take it.
Because I know, like, back home, bro, like at Southern, I know everybody took the ASVAB. They made everybody take the ASVAB, and it was only Marines that was fucking recruiting too. So if you had a decent score, they always invite the recruiter, invite you to the counselor's office, he'll talk to you. I remember, bro, because that day, they fucking pissed me off. I have to tell the story because that shit pissed me off so bad, bro. And that's the time when I was saying, like, I fucking hate, like I would never join the military. After I spoke to this guy, because I was telling him, bro. He brought me in, I did decent on the ASVAB, so he was trying to get me in the Marines. And then I was just telling him, it's like, I'm really trying to go to college to play baseball. And then this dude was like, but what are your chances of making it in baseball? He's like, you know how many people actually make it, into the major leagues and stuff like that? I was like, what? Like, bro, I'm gonna be the one. What are you talking about? Like, I was fucking pissed, bro. I love ball, bro. Like, that's all I did. I focused on that shit. Everything was ball. I went to school. I got good grades because of baseball. I would use it to break up with girls even. But like, it was kind of the truth. But like, 'cause I focused on baseball so much, like, everything was baseball. And when he told me that, I was like, another driver, another fuel, at that time. And then, but he was right. I ended up fucking, in a hole after 2 years of college and playing ball. And
But didn't you like injure your thumb or something?
yeah, I got injured and shit, and it affected like my whole fucking sophomore season. ended up still, like, after that, I was, like, just financially in a really rough spot. I was like, fuck, I gotta go do something. So, ended up joining the Army, but like I said, it's the best fucking thing ever.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It was a good spot.
Oh, yeah, I always advocate for the military, man.
Yeah. I always would, my big thing is always telling people, like, do something that you can do outside. Like, don't just join just to go, like, it's cool to do badass shit, but, like, okay, go do some infantry and some, you know, some combat shit, but at the same time, learn that kind of shit, but at the same time, like, try and later on if you want to stay in, like, go do something else too, because a lot of that shit does not transition out. Like, very limited what you can do outside. Once you be a cop or be a fucking security guard or something.
Yeah.
But like what you did was like dope because you know you can transition those skills outside and basically just move it all out and do the same thing, possibly make a lot more money too. You know? What I didn't like now I'm interested in hearing this story, like how you transitioned from like the military, getting out of the military, you know, going back into civilian life, and then finding MMA to like get deep into fighting MMA and stuff.
Yeah. So, like I said, so I transitioned out and I did the gym, and it was good, man. Like it was good, but like I don't know, man. And I feel like this is always a pattern in my life, right? It's like I can be more, I can do more, I need to do more, and what I truly believe in is like I don't want to ever question myself, right? Like I don't want to be like, what if I did this, right? How would it been, right? So like once I think about something, right, and I said, let's go try it out. And like if it don't work, it don't work, right? So I picked it up, and it was a good outlet, man. Like for me, like it was just enough. It's a safe environment where I'm still exposed to like high stress, you know what I'm saying? Like healthy high stress. So that was like, I'm not depressed anymore, right? Because I'm at like my baseline is there, right? And then I'm like, oh fuck, I feel at home right now, right? And then the physicality of it is like, I love like just being tired, bro, just grinding, like I don't know. I just feel good when I'm like, I gave it all my all, and shit, it's good. So it fueled the fire, and I just started getting better, right? And I started going like 2-3 hours a day, bro. And that's after like a 10-hour shift at work. And I just loved it, like, and then the coach was like, are you interested in fighting? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. It's like, all right, yeah, like brushing up on your technique, right? Because at first, dude, like, no technique, dude, like, you know, like, I'm just crashing the bag, right? Trying to make the bag move, like, all just, like, telegraphing everything, you know. I thought I was a badass until I got humbled, right? And then jits-too, man, like, I remember my first day, there's this female, her name is Sarah, 16 years old. I think she's a blue belt, but like we go in, it's like, all right, this live roll right now, and the jiu-jitsu coach, right, is like, go ahead and grapple with her. I'm like, okay, what I do is like, just try to do something, right, bro? And this is me, like, and then it kind of hit me like, but like, all right, shit. Let me try it out. So, bro, and what's crazy, bro, I'm trying my hardest. Bro, I'm trying to, you know, like, grapple, bro. And she's just, like, nice and relaxed and, you know, defending everything. And, like, because they do, like, 5-minute rounds, right? Like, 2 minutes in, I just stopped. Right? I just stopped. And it's like, you get it? I'm like, I tap. It's like, what? You tap? I'm like, I can't do nothing. Like I'm tired. Like I'm out of breath, bro. Like, and this, you know, she's like maybe like 125, 130. Like I'm like, oh, this is, and that's when it fascinates me. Like you can be strong and you think you can lift this weights, but it's a whole different beast, man. And it just sparked that curiosity for me to want to learn more and like try to be like them, you know. emulate what they are. And yeah,
How long ago was this when you started?
last year February, bro. Yeah,
Just over a year.
yeah.
Yeah, so how long did it take you from the time you started? So you just when was your fight?
November,
November. So it was about 10 months ish.
10 months. Yeah, 10 months. Yeah, and then, man, like that first one. So like, if y'all didn't know, I lost by decision that first one, and I remember my coach, right? Is like, just be ready, man. Like, oh shit, I'm good. Like, he's like, your first one's gonna be the hardest, and it's you'll understand what I'm talking about. And like at the back of my head, I'm like, man, what is this guy talking about? I'm gonna show up and I just smash this dude, you know what I'm saying? Shit, start you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then I went in there, you know, and then like,
What was it like stepping in like this?
bro, so I'm in the back room, right? And it's normal. It's kind of like what we're doing now, just normal stuff, you know. Get started. I'm like, just a little bit of like nervous, huh? Like, okay, we're solid, you know. We can do this, bro. This is what we trained for, right? It's like, all right, hey. So they come in and then they're like, they double check the spelling of your name, whatever. Your walkout song. All right, hey, this is your cue, right? And there's you're the fourth fighter. You're the fourth fighter of the night. So you're like, so you're back there and you don't really know what's going on out there, right? And then you're there, you know, you start warming up, you wrap your hand, getting ready and stuff. They have their fight meeting, and then it starts kick off. You start hearing their people's song. You can hear a little bit, right? You're not trying to get like distracted, so you're there. And then my coach like, hey, you good? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, but like he already knows I'm not myself. You know, like right now, right? I'm like locked in, just like fuck it, like holy shit, right? Like, relax, man, relax. You got this. I'm like, bro, I'm relaxed. Come on. I'm trying my hardest not to show it, bro. But they know. Yeah, they've been training me for the last 10 months. Like, all right, let's go warm up. So we start warming up, and you know. And then he was the first guy that went in. So it's like, so he stops me. It's like, I didn't even see the guy, right? Cause so the guy we originally trained for, he pulled out like the Monday of the fight week, right? And I'm like, fuck. And then so they found another dude that was also a kickboxer, like boxer heavy, striking heavy. It's like, all right, hey, that didn't work. We're gonna lock this guy in. So I'm like, all right. So the game plan still pretty much the same, and and I'm pretty good at grappling too, right? Like I'll shoot for the takedown like Goldberg, bro, like this blast double, you know, bro, cause like we're like really like athletic, right? I'm like, bro, like ground and pound if it comes to it, you know. And then he pulls out the day before the fight. I'm like, oh shit! And then all the family already bought the tickets, right? And then like it wasn't cheap. Right, so I'm like, I'm kind of stressed right now. Like, oh man, they view this and that, all that. And then they're like, I'm like, hey coach, just find somebody, dude. It don't matter who it is, just find somebody. Man, the only guy that answered the call was this kid, but he's been wrestling throughout his life. He grew up wrestling, like elementary, high school, and he's a pretty good wrestler. I said, fuck it, run it, dude. Is that you sure? I said, run it. It don't matter. We'll figure it out. It's like, all right. So he locked it in. So like I never saw the dude even before the fight. Even my coach was like keeping me from like he's trying to keep me in my head or keep me from my head or however you want to see it. Just like, all right, chill here. He's gonna walk out, and after he walk out, we'll walk to the curtain. Right, so I'm there at the curtains. I'm like, oh fuck, let's go, baby. Then the song started hitting, right? I'm like, all right, and it's like, when you ready? So I'm like, then I open it, right, bro. fuck, dude. I'm like, oh shit, right, bro? Like, we're like that islander, like, mind is still there, right? We're not used to like. I'm like, oh shit, bro, this is legitimate. Like, oh, we're out here, bro, we're out here, right? Cause I walk out, right? And homie with the camera, bro, like he just got it straight on me. He's walking backwards up. I'm like, oh shit, I'm just trying to play it cool, man. I'm like, you know, everyone's like, ah, the lights. I'm like, oh shit. So I walk in, right? I walk in, and I'm getting ready. They cup check, you know, ready to go. All right, out peace. So I jump in, right? I'm like, fuck, bro. But when you're in that ring, you can see the outside, bro. You don't see nobody. The lights are so good, like it don't blind you, but
It blurs them out.
it just blurs them out. And then I'm like, okay. And then the referee is like, and then they lock the cage. And at that time, bro, I feel so like, all right, shit, this is it, bro. This is it. Like it's just you, the person, and the referee. I'm like, fuck it, let's go, baby. So and then so I like my game plan was keep it on the feet and stuff. And I'm like, okay. And I'm pretty good with the hands. I let these hands run, right? But like every minute, bro, of every round would be on the feet, and I'll tag him a couple of times, and then he's like, oh shit, and he just fucking fuck me, bro. And like, bro, and like the first round was so crazy, cause like, so it's not, I was pretty conditioned, right? But that, like, what I didn't anticipate was that adrenaline, though. Bro, cause like that first round, I'm just trying to like manhandle him, right? But he's so good. Like, hey, props to that dude. He was so good at wrestling, right? Like he was so good at keeping me down, bro. Like I exerted like a lot of energy, just trying to get up. And by the time I flipped them, and I'm like, all right, it's my turn. And it's like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, oh, fuck. I got loud. And then I'm like, fuck. So, and then what was crazy, right, is like my coach knew I was like fucking getting gassed, right? So they're like, he's not gonna sit. We're just gonna make him stand, right? So they would come in and I'm holding them, bro. Like I'm like, bro, this motherfucker's like, you're good. You know, don't reach. You're doing good. I'm like, fuck it, coach. This guy is fucking good. I'm saying, he's like, yeah, he's a wrestler, all right. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna punch him in the mouth again. All right, so they like, all right, break. And then like I'm like, fuck it, like I'm trying to like stay in the middle. You know, he comes towards me. I'm trying not to like overextend. I don't know why I didn't go for the takedown. And in my head, I'm like, oh, he's a wrestler, so like maybe my wrestling won't work. I didn't think to try it out. Like during camp, bro, I was getting the takedowns and like ground and pounding people. But I was just like, oh, he's a wrestler. He's gonna. And then I got stuck in the phase of just defending. Mm-hmm. Defending, like, all right, strike, get ready for the takedown, he's coming. And like I could have stopped the takedown, man. He just kept taking me down, and like, But I tried, and after like 3 rounds of the pretty much the same thing, and of course I knew I lost because of points, right? Control, takedowns and stuff, and I'm like at the back when we went to the back and we're like relaxed already. Oh, it took me like an hour, bro, just to recover.
And everything was shot.
Bro, and it, like my heart was like, like just to get my heart to like a resting. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I'm throwing up, and then I'm like, Coach, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's like, nah, and they're like, nah, man, you did good, right? We can teach you all the techniques. Right, we can work on recovery from the bottom, defending from the takedowns, but you cannot teach heart, right? And you could have gave up, right? He could have finished you. You could have just covered up and just accept that you're gonna lose, but you fought through the whole 9 minutes. You never gave up on yourself, and even though you're tired, we could see you're tired. You're throwing your punches and it's lagging, but never once did you say, "Fuck it," or you tapped, or like there was a point, bro. Like I swear to God, right? Hey, shout out to the wife, Emerald. Happy birthday! It's her birthday today, but homie got me on a head and arm lock, right? And then so he's choking the fuck out of me, right? And all I hear is like my wife's like, yo, taka mo makarang. Like I'm like, oh shit, right? Like and like soyot means wind, and my Palau name is Mr. Wind, Ngirayol, right? He's like, yo, what are you doing? Get up. Right, and I'm like, bruh, you're not gonna make me tap in front of my wife. Like, you're crazy, bro. You're out of your mind. Like,
But was it in your mind? Like in that time, was it in your mind before she said that? The fact that you were in a position where you could have been tapped.
yeah.
Was it in your mind already to tap? Like, were you thinking about tapping?
No.
No. Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
I thought it might have flipped once you
No.
said something.
Oh no. Like in my head, cause like I know my wife's like watching me, right? And like my wife's seen me do some crazy shit to people, right? Like I used to be a fucked up individual, man. But I'm like, boy, you crazy to think I'm gonna tap in front of my wife, bro. I'll go to sleep. And what's crazy is he had me, bro.
Yeah.
He had me. Honestly, it was like I could feel it. That darkness, darkness, right? And then you can even if you I show the video to him, I think he can send it to you, but you can see where it's like thumbs up, and like I'm holding the thumbs up, but I'm going out, but like my thumb is just stuck there, and I'm going out, and I'm like, and then all I hear is my boy, right? One of my boys, he trains too a little bit, right? He's like, hey, 10 seconds, right? At first I thought it was 10 seconds till the bell, right? But I in hindsight, I'm like, that was the middle of the round. But that's all he had, bro, 10 seconds. And then he just gave up on the choke because he thought he didn't have it. Yeah.
His arms were already gassed.
Oh, bro, he's
Was he already on the same site?
No. So the thing, so he's a good wrestler, but he's not a jits player.
Oh, okay. So if he would have came to the site,
I would have been gone. But he was grapevining me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was grapevine on top
So
of me.
he was more concerned about losing that position.
Yeah.
Than finishing
The submission, yeah.
That means that's a lot of work for you because if he was that scared to move, then you were giving him a fight.
Oh yeah, bro, because like he could have finished me. Honestly, like if my cardio wasn't there, like there was this one time where he had me like damn near like half crucifix, and it's just raining down, and like I was so mad, bro. I'm like like I'm trying to fucking like headbutt his fucking punch when it comes in, like, cause I'm pissed, bro. Like I'm like, bro, why can't you get the fuck off me? Like just get the fuck, oh, and I'm getting more mad, dude. And then I remember when I did a sweep and I got on top of him, and I'm like, now I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. So I start. But his overhand, he was so strong. Like he overhand this one. So I'm like, and then I'm tired too. I'm like, yes, but I'm just trying to fucking rain down on him. And he just boop, bump and sweep me. I'm like, and then now I'm stuck against the cage, and he's like, and I'm like, motherfucker. So, but it's all fuel for the fire, man. Like this training camp, man. Like I'm like, bro, I'm never gonna be that tired again. Like, fuck that shit. Like, it was so tiring, man. Like, I'm a sweat and I'm a bleed in training camp, so I don't have to.
That's how you feel that though, bro. Like, you're already nervous, and then when you get that adrenaline dump on top of what you're already doing, that gasses you out really fast.
Yeah.
That's why the thing is to get rid of that when you're in the back. Like, you have to be in the back. That's why you see them pull on sweats and jackets, and they're just fucking going at it. Because you think a lot of people would think it's counterproductive. Like, I don't be tired when I go out there. No, you still have a lot of that shit. Like in jiu-jitsu tournaments, you see the kids standing on the side, like fucking jumping, like, shaking. Yeah, they're trying to shake all that shit off.
Yeah.
Because once you like grip, like, I don't know if you felt it, but at some point you probably black out. Like, it goes black.
Oh yeah.
Like when you just started.
Yeah. Like it's weird because like bro, it feels like at first it's like I was like backseat driver, bro, in my own like head, like I was watching a movie, right? It's like, oh shit, and then like I could like I see him, I see me, and then I'm throwing boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh shit, that's what's up. Like in my head, right? Like it's weird, bro. It's crazy. It's
piss you off when he hits you, and then you hear his people like, yeah, you're like, fuck that.
yeah, but, yeah.
I think it's dope though. We have like somebody like you just had your first fight, and then Will has like years of experience. How is it like hearing his story? How is it like compared to
It's pretty
you?
similar, bro. Yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah, like in the back, and my fight too. Like my fighter left, he cut out, and then the guy that I was fighting was the main event. And I don't know if you guys are familiar, but it was D'Amico Rogers. So he eventually went to the Ultimate Fighter. He was when the heavyweights were fighting. So like Kimbo Slice, Roy Nelson, all those big boys, and he was the tallest one.
That wasn't that long, bro.
That was 2008. Yeah, but it was stupid, bro. Like we're at the gym weighing in, and he did, oh, no fighter, all right. And then my brother, dumbass, like, hey, you guys should fight each other. And he just looks down at me, he's like, what, him? Fuck that. And just the way he said it, run it. Run it. Yeah, it's like, run it, dude, let's go. But yeah, I mean, throughout the whole time, fuck, yeah, you'd be stupid to say that there's no semblance of nervousness in there. Like, there is some nervousness in there. But, and I had a lot of people, bro, like, you're talking about when people buy tickets from you, and it's like, I'm coming out, you know, open the curtain, I'm coming out, and it's like all fucking like cinema flares, like, you gotta put out, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta put out. And the funniest thing from that fight, well, there's two. My walkout song was Groundation. One day, and it's like a fucking long ass song, like long ass intro. And my coach, when we got to the fucking ring, he goes, God damn, bro, you couldn't pick a fucking longer song? He's like, you all about making the entrance, huh, motherfucker? And I was like, yeah, bro, like it's main event, bro. Because the whole thing behind that was like, he's a big time here in the Northwest. He's going to the Ultimate Fighter. You know, he's fighting a small guy. Like, he don't want to say, oh, I beat that motherfucker, you know, and then if I beat him, like, that's going to derail his ass going over there. You know, and it's like, that was brought to my head by my fighting coach back then, Reese Andy. He was in pro, he went to UFC, fought against like Brandon Vera. He was big time wrestler. But yeah, those are the kind of guys, like when they pump you up and they have like merit, you know, like, oh, I'll listen to you, bro. Like, I'll fucking throw down the line for you. But yeah, my first experience, yeah, you can hear it. You can hear beyond the noise, you can hear the clink. When they shut the door, and they clink it.
Yeah.
You're like, clink, you know, whoo.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Like, I didn't know what to do. I don't know if it was like the right thing, but you do shit that you don't know what you're doing. Like, I was bouncing off the fence, you know, like I've been like, this is my 15th fight, you know, like, let's go, bro. And I was just like staring at him, like this fucking tall guy. And sure enough, we went in, I fucking Superman punched him, I got him, but he was just too big. He hugged me on his way down, and then that's where I blacked out. Like my adrenaline just took me to a different place, and then it feels like it's forever.
It is, bro.
And then he just came to, and then all he did was just grab my leg and then just roll over, because he had my hands. Yeah, because I was thinking if I didn't have that blackout, I was just gonna start fucking going for the finish. Like go berserk. Like if I redline and I get tired and I gas out, fuck it, I just full send.
At least you whooped his ass.
Yeah, but he got on top, and then he's so tall, so he just brought me to the corner, to the cage.
Yeah.
And it just kept raining down. I kept like ducking. I didn't know jiu-jitsu then. You know, I could have fucking trapped and rolled out of that. But all I can hear is my brother on the fucking side of, like, his face is like right there. He's like, Brad, if you tap out, you're a bitch. It's like, and then finally we were at the bar, we were all drinking, like all the fighters. Because I rode, the main event people, like we rode with the chicks in the, back then they had wired energy drinks. We rode in the wired Hummer and everything.
Oh, badass, dude.
And fucking my brother goes, that's fucking good, bad. You fucking solid, bro. I was like, bro, how long was that fight, bro? Like almost the bell. He's like, bro, that was only 48 seconds. I was like, fuck. It's like, damn. Shit. But once again, you know, like what I learned from that, bro, is a lot of shame. A lot of shame because I'm inserting myself into something that it's like foreign to me, right? And I walking into something thinking that I can do it because all my people fight. But then I'm the one carrying that crown, you know, and I have to hold that crown. and just to be in there and like want to be out there for our people, like I carried like a lot of weight, you know. And then losing that fight, it's like I didn't have to, but I decided to carry that with me too, knowing that it's already a mismatch. Like there's so many different factors. Like I didn't just take the point for what it was. Like, bro, you did something courageous. That's it. Leave it at that. You know, like people are gonna learn from that. But when you're like damaged, you know, and you have all kinds of fucking stressors and chaos going on, like you tend to put yourself at a lower level to elevate everybody else. You know, and that's why it took me so long to like learn. Like, bro, like we're all fucking hurting. Like people look up to you even if you lost, but that was something that they're like, bro, like you're stupid, bro. You know, it's just we just have a tendency of like really bringing ourselves low to kind of bring people up when they don't really care at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They care more about what you did, you know.
And what's crazy about it too, bro, is like, so after like, so I'm in the back processing what just happened, right? Like, it didn't turn out in my favor, you know. I had X, Y, and Z that I was like, I pictured myself doing, right? And like, I feel like I let myself down and I let my coaches down. Felt like I let my family down, right? But so I'm there and, you know, I getting dressed up, right? And I'm walking out to the lobby, right? All I hear is like, all the family's there, bro, and they're smiling. They're happy as a motherfucker. Like, hey, you did that. You did your first walk, right? And that was like the turning point. Like, bro, like it wasn't bad at all. Like it's all perspective, right? Like they were proud of me of going out there. They were proud that like I gave it my all and left it all there, you know, and not giving up on myself and just persevering through, right? And then next thing you know, like I'm walking, and then just random people is like they're dapping me up, right? Hey, bro, hey, good fight, man. Good fight. You get him next time, man. You get him. I'm like, oh shit, like it's not as bad as I thought it was, right? And it goes back to what you were saying, like we can hold ourselves like really down, but like we'll always be our toughest critic to ourselves.
100%.
But like from the people on the outside, man, we can be inspiring, right? And that's why I choose to do whatever I do. Yeah.
And along the way, you kind of gain some leadership traits, you know. And it's funny enough, it's all based on what people were saying about you during those times. They're highlighting all the great things that you did. And here you are soaking in like the loss.
Yeah.
You know, like, fuck, I let my people down. And
Yeah.
people are like, bro, you stood up to that fucking 6'5", 255.
You
You
go.
know, and I'm just like, okay, let's change perspectives here. Because, you know, that's a feat within itself, just to walk in the cage.
Yeah, big time. I mean, for sure. I mean, you have people that will not do what you guys did, like just stepping into the cage. Like people, it takes a fucking warrior to go out and just do that. You know what I mean? So it's like respect already is earned, just stepping in and knowing that you. I mean, you got to think about it. Like you think about it in a primal sense, bro. Like a man will feel like he lost all his manhood if he gets his ass whooped in front of a bunch of people. Like that's just what most men are fucking afraid of. And for you to step in and do that, you know, knowing that you've only trained for what, fucking 10, 11 months, like, that's a different breed. Like, that takes a different breed for you. Because they always talk about, like, people, like, oh, he's just crazy or something, but, like, still, like you explained in your story, you were fucking nervous. You didn't know what the hell was going on, like, you with yourself, right? But it takes you being scared and you having that fear for you to actually be courageous. Like, you can't, if you weren't fucking afraid of it or you weren't scared of it, then there's nothing courageous about it. You just fucking, it's almost being naive, ignorant, you know what I mean? It's not the same thing. So you stepping in, still feeling that nervousness. And that's what I wanted to ask you. So what is the nervousness stem from, do you think? Is it because there's people watching you? Is it because you don't know if you trained hard enough or you prepared hard enough, or are you afraid to lose? Is it, what do you think the nervousness stem from? Because I'm just trying to relate it to like kind of what I do, or you know, the things that I do, like when I try to go out and like try to compete with myself and things that I do, like what is it?
That's a great question, man. Like honestly, to highlight it, generally all of the above, but more so, it's that island pride.
Yeah.
It's that island pride when you know you're a warrior, like you were raised a warrior, you got your rite of passage from like your dad, your uncles, you fought in the villages, you know, people tested you, now you're out here trying to do your thing.
Yeah.
And then families come to watch you, so that nervousness just elevated because now you're like, oh, I don't want to fucking like suck in front of my family.
Yeah.
You know, so you're nervous because everything in you is trying to like manifest like you fucking finishing in like the stupidest move. Or like a knockout, you know? And you're like, oh, I wanna knock this guy out, and then you hear that clink and everything's like wrong. You're like, oh shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the nervousness is mainly when you say yes, I'm in, all the way to when that clink, when they shut that gate, and then after that, everything's gone. Like he said, you don't see outside. Like you don't see outside. You can see like silhouettes of people outside, but you can hear.
Yeah, you can
and
hear.
you can hear very distinct like people that you're used to hearing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like when they or they say like, you know, like you're talking our language, you're like, oh, fuck, I heard that, bro. Like,
You get like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You just focus on the fucking what's in front of you right there. It's funny because I always this is not even comparable to stepping in a ring, but this is just the way I kind of pick up from you because I noticed when I'm running like in the marathons, I noticed that I'm not even fucking acknowledging people outside, like when they're cheering. I'm not really like acknowledging very much, and I kind of zone out because I'm like so focused on how I'm feeling and how I'm going to feel and what I need to do to refocus and make sure that I can fucking push. That like it is that focus on what's in front of you. Like
your heart, like soft sight, like heart target.
Yeah.
You know, like me, I'll be opposite. I'll be dying. I'm gonna look at the sign. Like, okay, how far is that sign? I just need to make it to that sign.
Yeah.
I see the sign. Put your hand here. Okay, the next one.
Because I feel bad too. Because sometimes I feel bad. Like I see people like in their videos, like they enjoying the fuck out of it and they're just doing all this stuff. But it's like I don't know if it's just something in me that I'm just okay. I said I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna, you know, I want to push myself and I want to focus on this. And I see the videos of people like in Austin. They're just fucking around and they're fucking enjoying it, like saying stuff and screaming to the crowds. And then I'm just like, fuck, dude, I'm worried about what's gonna happen in fucking 5 miles today. So you know,
and I think that's natural, and like, especially for like you and Palau, like you guys have done a significant amount of running, but then at the same time, like you guys are taking on like leadership, so therefore, like it makes you want to kind of hold that standard, you know, not only for who you're trying to set it for, but at the same time, like you guys are embarking on like new territory.
Yeah.
You know, like long enough, you're gonna be running marathons, like you're gonna be like them, having fun, and then you're gonna counter like, oh, I'm gonna try trail running for like 100 miles, and then now you're gonna restart like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm focused on this.
Yeah.
And then you finish that, and now it's your levels keep climbing up.
Yeah. Hoping that's what it gets to. Yeah.
No, it's automatic. That's what it's gonna get to. You know, like I said many times in our past podcasts, bro. Like we have chosen to read books and see other people that do shit, and the people that we try to emulate. I didn't see anybody in my lifetime growing up on an island. You know, like this is next level stuff of trying to run, trying to fight, you know, and actually like trying to make it, not just saying, oh, I did that. You know, like you want to amateur fight and you want to keep going to your pro, you know, like that's leveling up, not just like the typical, you know, like, you know, oh yeah, I fought once, you know, like it was good because now I have a story to tell, but at the same time, it's like, it's always good when I can find somebody from our culture that is trying to make it, then now it's like, I want to be there for you. You know, because we have people that are there for us every time.
Oh, yeah.
But we have a different feeling about you than what everybody else is thinking about you, especially after like how vulnerable you've been, you know, with us and sharing like your stories. I know what drives you. I know what's pushing you, you know. So I want to be alongside with that with these guys. We're gonna be pushing those buttons, you know. Run it, dude.
I think that's why I love what we're doing, bro, because it's like, you know, like we said, a lot of us just didn't grow up with the shit that we're like that we're seeing and we're putting out now, and that's why like content is so big to me, because I want to put out like what we're doing and the way we're affecting people, right? And because we didn't see it and we're showing it, now people have like that outlet, like you did, right? Like there's more there, but we didn't have anybody in a support group that was like people like us that could help push us, right? And it didn't matter what you did, like you fucking fighting, or people are running, people are doing different things. But the thing that we know from, you know, pushing through all this stuff, and I mean, same for all of us at this table, it's all up here. It's all right here. And we've been through so much shit already. We know that if we collectively put our minds together and we can guide people the right way, all the skill and all that stuff can be taught. But this up here has to be controlled. This up here has to be, this has to be put in check first. This is what everybody needs to help with. Because you start doubting yourself, you start pulling yourself back, like you said, you start making excuses of why you can't do something. But like when we've constantly sat around or put ourselves out there in the past couple of years, and then you start just putting yourself in uncomfortable positions, we know that leads you to more and more. And if we can show other people that and be able to guide other people, like, look, you can do this. You're capable of doing it. You just have to get your mind right. Focus on this. Don't focus on that other stuff. There's a way to do it. But if they have a group of people that have gone through enough and have a winning fucking track record, of going through the shit, then they have someone they can lean on. They have people they can lean on. And that's kind of what I want us to be. That's what I feel like we need, and that's what we needed back then, that we didn't have. And I want that to be us for a lot of people, because we know there's people like us who want to fucking go out and do stuff, and we're talking to them generally, right? We're talking to them because we know there's a lot of people also that just don't fucking fit the mold. They just don't want to do the shit. But those people that are seeking more and that want to do more and want to challenge themselves and have stuff out there like they want to achieve, whatever it is, we all know right at this table, it's all up here. And if we can start there and we can get to people and let them know that, we got your back and we're here for you and we can help you through those things. That's why I always dig. And I want to push myself as much as I can, because I want to dig and see what's there and see where am I getting, like when I fail, like that's when I fail, like in the Ironman, right? When I fail, what is that teaching me? What is that bringing me to? How am I feeling during that? How do I get myself out of it? Get back to fucking work. That's it. Don't fucking feel sorry for it. Get back to work. It's just shit like that. And people, I feel like our people especially, they can use people like that. And because we want our people to achieve. So, yeah, it's just a guiding mechanism. Whether it's like fucking, we talk about running and stuff like that. Gateway to everything.
Yeah, I mean, how old are you, bro?
29.
29. You're like early 30s, right? You too?
36.
Yeah, for fucking 44. I mean, that's like kind of what I touched on earlier. It's like a lot of us, including myself, if I didn't really think to transform myself or make the moves that I made that were uncomfortable, I probably would have been looking the same, obviously, but that just goes to tell me that I gave up on my dreams. I gave up on wanting to be strong and wanting to persevere and just taking incremental steps, like walking and then running, and then you keep digging about what's in there. Maybe your career is not your career. Maybe you're just stuck there because you're tired of like being better than that. Yeah. And that's what's feeding your family. So you're like, yeah, we're good with this, like security or whatever, or like food stamps. It's like, okay, but if you like do incremental stuff that give you adversity and push you to make you like think, like actually critically think about your position. You start eating healthy. It starts feeding to your brain like good nutrients, and then now you start thinking. You're like, fuck, man, I can take this job and do it there better, or I can take what I learned here and start my own shit. Like we're still growing.
Yeah.
And I think if it wasn't for us kind of starting that to change the trajectory, or like in his words, deviate, we're gonna keep repeating the cycle. We're gonna keep repeating the cycle. We're gonna keep getting old, drinking beers, watching the sunset, and then watching the sunrise. And then go down with like liver failure or kidney failure or some kind of other disease from not taking care of ourselves. And everybody's gonna see that, and that's what the kids see. Like, oh, I wanna be like my uncle, Warren, like he throws the best parties, like that was the life. But when you think of shit beyond that, now your party that you throw like could be your business. Now you're feeding yourself, your family, rather than just like, oh, no, that's too much. I look like it's too much. It's just like a toxic circle that just keeps going around.
Oh, what is it that you want to, like, because you've been on this shit with us too, right? And what is it that, like, especially for like Run Club now, you've guided people this our way too. Like, you're a big part of like why people have been guided, our way to do all this shit. Like, what is it that you think about when you bring people in, and what you want to be to them, and what you want to, and what you're working for? What are you working for? When you do all this, what are you really working for?
just to show that I know I can do more, right? I mean, a lot of the guys are always very scared to come and try something new, and I was too, right? It took you to invite me, or just say, ask that question, go out and come out and run with me or whatever. So yeah, I mean, just realizing too that you can do more if you actually put your mind to it, and I mean, the work's never gonna be easy, right? It's day in, day out. You gotta make sure you're there, or as much as it sucks, right? That's those, like, a lot of the times, those are the best workouts you ever have. So, and then just showing, a lot of it is making sure my kids see that I'm actually, capable of being there when, they need me. So, yeah, just, setting a standard for myself and my kids, just because a lot of the times it's not easy.
Yeah.
So that's what I take out of it. It's showing up, when a lot of people don't want to. So yeah, that's what I take out of this whole thing. And then just building the community, like a lot of guys that want to try, they're scared to, be critique on what they do, or just all of that. So scared that they don't know what their potential is. They're not tapping into that. So that's why, like Vince and Joe, it took a while for them to actually come out.
Yeah.
Because they're too scared of holding me back, on how long I've done it. But it was never that. It was just having the conversation, being there with them, experiencing it with them. So that's what I enjoy. It's helping. And then even just just going into like the baseball side, with Levi. I take all of that, and I enjoy that. So that's what I take out of it.
To shorten your experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yo, ako pa magarang.
Irayod! So what's crazy is like Irayod, right? Like it means Mr. Wind, right? And then reason why my mom named me Mr. Wind, bro, because this her exact words, right? Because sometimes, right, I'm sweet like a nice breeze on a hot summer day, right? Just show up and cool you off, and or sometimes I'm like typhoon, bro, and I just fuck shit up, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, and that's why I like my mom name. And like she used to hate people calling me Ngirayot, right? Because it's supposed to be Ngirayot Tulungil, right? That means Mr. Wind, that's good. Right? Because if they keep calling me just Mr. Wind, I'll just end up fucking shit up like the typhoon.
It's like a superstition.
Yeah. It's funny, dude. Yeah.
We need to come up with a Palau name for Palau.
Yeah. He's a fucking like honorary, like he's like an honorary Palau.
Nirang Gibbs.
Hey, shit, I don't know. I think that's probably one of my fucking favorite.
Yeah, that was good, man.
That was great.
We ran.
That was awesome, bro. Before we start, our descend.
Yeah.
You want to tell us when your fight is? Probably people are gonna listen to this after.
Okay, this weekend, March 15th, at the Angel of the Wind Casino. It's gonna be I think I'm first out the gate, so we're gonna set the mood for the night.
Let's go.
Yeah. Me and I got two more people from my gym. One is gonna be fighting pro kickboxing, and the other dude will be co-main event at pro MMA. So yeah, it's been a good camp. Feel good. Gonna go out there and showcase.
What's your game plan? Not get choked up.
Not get, bro. I'm be honest. I like my hands. I throw them like I throw the spear. You know what I'm saying? Like back home when we grow up, you stand in front of the boat and you hold the spear and you're chasing the turtle and throw it. And I think my cross is pretty. We've been working on that cross, but he's gonna try and stand. He comes from a good gym too, AKA I think from Arlington. We got a good coach, and They train everything. That's why it's MMA, right? So, and we've been training everything too. So we're prepared for. We think we got the answer for every question that comes about.
And you got another one coming after that too, right? You already saw it.
Oh, yeah. May 10th at the EQC. That's gonna be kind of like a hometown. You know, a lot of the family and the friends are. Arlington's pretty deep. You know, it's pretty up north. But like, I think this one's gonna be good. And if we do get locked in, we're gonna be the first amateur out of the new EQC. Yeah, Emerald Queen. So, cause the older ones, they had a couple MMA fights there. But yeah,
Right.
excited for that one.
So March 15th this weekend. Well, this is gonna probably air after, but
Yeah,
we'll hear about that, and then May 10th.
May 10th.
What weight?
55.
55. Is it safe to say that you're throwing the spear is your overhand right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Not telegraph.
Nah, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like, getting on my last. Hey, what's crazy, bro, is like, so like my brother did like Ancestry.com, right, where they like study your DNA. Bro, like we're like 20% Tongan.
That's why you were pulling the boat.
Cause like
you were doing that shit before David Goggins.
Yeah, bro, cause like my brother, right, he's like 6'4", right, he's pretty tall, right, and then like most of the men and women in our family, they're predominantly pretty tall for like being Palauans, right, and like, yeah, it's crazy, 20% Tongan, 50% Filipino, that was pretty much it. And what's crazy is Palau falls under Melanesia for some reason on the Ancestry app, but is there? Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. 5% Chamorro. I don't know if that yeah.
The chicken Kelagun.
Chamlao, baby. Yeah.
I mean, initially when you went to Ancestry and all that shit, they would say like they were basically saying Chamorros were like Filipinos, which basically kind of pretty much are, but.
Cause I don't think they have enough data.
Yeah, they didn't have enough data
For us, you know.
And then as soon as it like more data came, then you start more percentage going to
Yeah.
Guam,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, I saw that too. I'm from a bunch of different African countries.
That's what's up, man.
That's why you run.
Bullshit, I'm not fast. I'm not fast, so I didn't get enough of it. That's the problem.
Damn, how about you, pal? What's your Ancestry.com?
I haven't checked.
Haven't checked.
Chat maroon. You gotta show the picture.
Calm down.
Oh, it's a thumbnail.
Relax.
It's a thumbnail for the pot.
Relax. This guy's wild.
Oh, what happened to it? Oh, it's on the text group, right?
And it got deleted.
Nah.
The thread.
We're gonna see this, bro. Fucking Chamorro.
Hey!
You gotta do me on this one.
Yeah.
Chamorro.
Oh shit.
Wild.
100%.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
That was a solid ass episode, man.
Yeah, it is solid. Thanks for coming out.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate
Oh
hearing
yeah.
all
It was a
the.
pleasure, man.
I love you, bro. You're very fucking fun. You're very articulate, bro. I love it. Keep that shit up. Keep finding the shit that fuels you. We're always gonna be behind you.
Yes, sir.
Always, bro. Hit us up. You know how to reach us.
Yeah.
And we'll be seeing you anyway. So.
This year, I heard that festival that you guys did back here
Oh yeah.
is gonna be in Everett.
Hey, what?
That's what I heard. So I don't know if that's what's really happening. I haven't done my research. But if that's the case, man, like I would recommend you get a booth and we all jump in and we go side by side.
Yeah.
Sell your shit and just make it off like some Palau and shit while you're cooking Chamorro food. bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Everett. Yeah.
Mira que la güey.
Don't they have like a Chamorro restaurant up there too?
Yeah, One Grub.
Yeah.
One Grub. That's in Everett. It's at the Everett Mall. But, you know, it's our food is very subjective, right? Like anybody could make. You know, everybody says, "Oh, mine is better than that." But they're the ones that step out, so they're the ones that are gonna get the support.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people like can make a burger better than McDonald's, right? But McDonald's out there selling it, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day.
Fucking truer words you never spoken, bro.
Oh, that's the way to get out of it. Fuck,
Gotcha. Oh, we're gonna make that happen, bro. We're gonna sell food.
Hell
out
yeah.
there. Because I'm gonna let all my people know at the gym, like, hey, there's this festival. Fucking let's go. Because I got a lot of boys that are Navy that, stationed in Everett now that have circulated through Guam.
Guam,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, they always bring me like an identity, like they'll buy something from Guam, like order it. Hey, I got this for you. So like, yeah, we don't have to ask anybody back home. Like, this guy's bringing this shit.
That's what's up, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Shoot.
Bob, lead us out, bro.
What?
Lead us out.
So yeah, that's just the end of the BBC episode number 4.
Let's go.
Let's go.
BBC.
It's like we unite, yes. Put our differences aside, yes.